ऐसी जगह है जहाँ स्ट्रेस, टेंशन, लफड़े, झगड़े सारी वीडियो को जमा करते हैं। तो फुकट शॉट मत लो, सिर्फ देते रहो।
शॉट देते सर पे सीधा जमापुर, कराओ टिकट सारी बीटी भेजो जमापुर। कोटी पटेली देना तो भागो यहाँ से दूर, और 10 लेवल पार सीधा सामने से वार सगे ऑफ सारे कार। जमापुर बदले शॉट फुकट चीजों का भी जमापुर। मेरी सोच इन लोगों से पहुंचे ज्यादा दूर, जिसको कल का बहुत पार आज में जी ले तू यार, कर ले यार या तो पार। क्यों करते ही 5 स्टैक सारी बीड़ी भूल जाते, नुस्ता मचाते भूल जाते, घर के लफड़े जो बता नहीं पाते, खर्चे रोजे बढ़ते जाते, जूते नए लेने हैं पर खुद का कुछ कमा नहीं पाते। मेरे पास सारे खास मेरे हाथ में नहीं क्लास, my ड्रीम्स नहीं ये नींद बस एक काम का बुखार। तुझे चेंज करना कल तो फिर घिस लाला आज, रो मत बीटी लेते टाइम ही ये जो देगा सब जवाब। मेहनत करते रे मत रुकना नहीं तू करना मत सवाल, फले मीठा पर ये सफर उससे बहुत ही लाजवाब। सारे रास्ते बंद तब कर देगा वो कुछ ना कुछ कमाल, फोकट वास्ते देने वाले लोग तो बहुत ही ये जरूरी, ठोकर खाकर ही तू लेगा सबसे लंबी ये उछाल। बस कर दे लाला झर्रे तेरे बाल, स्ट्रेस को तू भाड़ में डाल, खुश है मिला तेरे को खाने को डाल, रख अच्छे विचार, जाना है आखिर में कंधों पे चाल, टेंशन का को ले रहा सीधा भेज जिसको किधर को। जमापुर कराओ टिकट सारी बीटी भेजो जमापुर। कोटी पटेली देना तो भागो यहाँ से दूर, और 10 लेवल पार सीधा सामने से वार सगे ऑफ सारे कार। जमापुर बदले शॉट फुकट चीजों का भी जमापुर। मेरी सोच इन लोगों से पहुंचे ज्यादा दूर, जिसको कल का बहुत पार आज में जी ले तू यार, कर ले यार या तो पार। 8 साल का ग्राइंड तब करा शाइन, ट्रेन के खाए तके अबे फ्लाइट एवरी टाइम। टूटा हुआ पीसी पहले लो दे बहुत फ्रेम्स, तभी नहीं गिव अप किया ये पूरा करा मैंने गेम। जितने का था मेरा पीसी अभी उतने का है हेडफोन, नहीं थे नेट के पैसे इंटरनेट पे अब हूँ वेल नोन। घर पे सबको खुशी मिल रहा नहीं चाहिए अननोन है सब, सपने से बड़ा ये सब। गिर गया फिर भी उठ के ट्राई करा बार बार हर बार, रास्ते बनते सारे आंखें नमते मेरे लिया तब राम नाम। रास्ते बनते सारे आंखें नमते मेरे, करना बहुत खाली बच्चन फूक दे रहे, सोच से कल के पर आज ही सोते रहे, सुनते कुछ नहीं खाली बनते बहरे। बोले गए अब टाइम नहीं है रील स्वाइप करने में बिजी, कल करते यार आज में वाइब नहीं है, मिलेंगे ऐसे सोचिए बोलने झूठ अपने आप से। तू सिर्फ डर अपने बाप से बाकी दूर कर दिमाग से, और अगर आप फ्री टिकट किधर को। जमापुर कराओ टिकट सारी बीटी भेजो जमापुर। कोटी पटेली देना तो भागो यहाँ से दूर, और 10 लेवल पार सीधा सामने से वार सगे ऑफ सारे कार। जमापुर बदले शॉट फुकट चीजों का भी जमापुर। मेरी सोच इन लोगों से पहुंचे ज्यादा दूर, जिसको कल का बहुत पार आज में जी ले तू यार, कर ले यार या तो पार।
What is up gamers? भाई आज I am not on time. I am sorry. I agree. I am not on time. We missed the first game. DRX versus Talon का मैच हम लोग ने मिस किया आज. I am sorry for that. But 2-0 हारी भाई आज Talon. सेकेंड मैप मेरे को लगा वो जीत जाएंगे, but then DRX just managed to win it. Because DRX is OP. भाई किसने वो वॉकआउट देखा? DRX मैच चालू हो गया? ये हाइलाइट्स है. हाँ चैट, DRX और इसका DRX और टैलॉन का वॉकआउट किसने देखा? भाई तुम लोग को मालूम क्या हुआ? तुम लोगों ने देखा नहीं वॉकआउट क्या हुआ? भाई साहब ये बक जाएगी, रुको दिखा दो. और माफूल पटेली ना, देखो दिखा दो रुको. ये देखो मिल गया. ये देखो रेडी 3 2 1 बूम. देखो इसमें देखो.
They're really hot, so they want to use what they learned yesterday and bring it up.
Oh my God!
सब पटेली भाई,
No.
ये क्या सीन है?
No big. Oh my goodness.
ऐसा किया भाई आज वॉकआउट में, और फिर 2-0 हारा है.
Use what they learned yesterday and bring it up.
Oh,
भाई बेचारे का डिसअपॉइंटमेंट देखो ना, उसने कैसा हुल दिया है वे, वो हुल दिया है भाई कैसा उसने।
So they want to use what they learned
अरे
yesterday
हट,
and bring it up.
ऐसा किया,
oh, oh,
छी
oh
भाई
my
छी,
God.
छी भाई,
That is just, no,
ये
he
क्या था
did
भाई?
nothing. Oh
हाँ,
my
कैसा
goodness.
डिसअपॉइंटेड खड़ा है भाई वो इधर।
I have ever seen this.
Hot. They're really
2-0 आ रहा है भाई, 2-0। Hell nah, that's very bad, that's really really bad. So basically Frost said कि South Korea's share scrim information with other South Korean teams and he was disappointed about it. हाँ अभी मैंने भी वैसे ही कुछ तो ट्वीट देखा रे। I mean, isn't that okay? ये कौन है? ये कौन है? Wolves Esports। ये ट्वीट के नीचे रहेगा बहुत। ओ ओ ओ वही विषय। बट चैट मुझे बताओ, ऐसा तो बहुत होता रहेगा ना, ये अलाउड नहीं रहता क्या ऐसा? स्क्रिम्स में क्या होता है तुम्हारे आपस में, वो बाहर किसी को बताना नहीं रहता, ऐसा होता है? हाँ अरे ऐसा तो होता रहेगा बहुत ज्यादा। टिल एल, हाँ मतलब वो तो एल मूव है भाई, वैसा वैसा करना अनस्पोकन रूल होता है। ये क्या अनस्पोकन रूल है भाई? पीओवी डिफरेंस है। भाई डेंजर विषय है। लेकिन उसके बाद आप 2-0 हार रहे हो तो उसका मतलब यू आर कुकर्ड और वो भी डायरेक्ट कंपटीशन के बाहर, देन इट मींस यू आर कुकर्ड।
That's not a surprise. We've already seen Boom.
और लोटा देखने मिलने वाला है आज अपने को।
It did look like a little bit of a weakness yesterday.
I
वर्सेस
think PRX selecting
Boom
Lotus. It's been
Esports.
one of their better maps. They are playing the double duelist with the Yoru. They were absolutely running circles around T1, particularly on that defensive side. They get very active.
क्या
on
हुआ
that
चैट,
map.
क्या
And
हुआ?
for Boom, they don't really actually have
बहुत
great
मसला हुआ
reps
भाई,
on
check
Lotus.
करो।
Even though it's a map they played for a long time, even going back to
रात को
Ascension
stream करेंगे,
Jakarta,
yes।
you haven't really seen them
भाई
take
मेरा
on
गेम
that
लेट
many
लोड होता है,
solid
क्या करूं?
teams,
तुम्हारा
except for
SSD
the game
प्रॉब्लम
you
हो
saw
सकता है।
against
Krama comes
Global,
back.
where
Yep,
they
Krama comes back.
absolutely
You
destroyed
know
them,
who is
but I really
BBS?
feel like,
Who is that, bro?
again, that's a game with an asterisk. There's been so many of these games where teams are rolling another team that doesn't even turn up to the server, and that's the win that Boom's got there on Lotus.
Yeah.
I know we're looking at Lotus data right now, but I saw Ascent.
I feel like PRX gonna get cooked.
That's a very interesting
I don't think so.
decider as well,
जिस
given
हिसाब से
their
Boom ने
previous
last game
performance.
खेला है,
mean,
उस हिसाब
we've
से
seen
they are
Fracture
cooked.
and Ascent be the two maps in this series, and those are
Which
maps
boy
that they
show?
played in the
Who
group
is that?
stage. You did see the 10-2 defensive half on Ascent from PRX.
भाई वो
They were
एडिडास
very
वाला
well
ट्रैक
prepared
पैंट कहाँ
for
से
the
लिया?
Phoenix
वो
comp
एडिडास
that
वाला
Boom
ट्रैक
played,
पैंट
but they
जो है
now
ना
swap
मेरा,
back to
वो
the
एडिडास के शोरूम में एक पीस बचा था, that was for 9K, एंड मैंने फिर एक ही बचा था तो मैंने ना बहुत हैवी उसके साथ बार्गेन किया और मैंने उसको 900 रुपए में खरीदा।
You see Boom just picking something that makes sense in multiple regards for themselves.
I do want to ask, do you think Boom, who's the underdog? You know, is Boom the underdog?
Boom are the underdogs.
Boom
I
will
think
for sure
Boom-
they're
the
still
underdog.
I
underdog.
think
I
Boom,
think
yeah.
after the performance Boom had, it was diabolical against Gen G. We can't sugarcoat it. It was horrible against Gen G, and I think it was a hard choke. and PRX just come off the back of a win, and I think
अरे
we'll
क्या
see
नई
it
chat
whenever
आई
we
है
get
क्या
to our
आज complete?
predictions, when we get to the viewership
हाँ?
predictions.
You
I
don't
would be
know
shocked
Boys
if
Shoe?
it's not in
अरे
the
क्या
way of
चल रहा है?
PRX. But I think that's exactly where Boom want to be. Boom were at their best when they were the underdogs. They came in, everybody said they'd be terrible, but
Well, it's time for the little SEA reunion. We're going to send it down to the stage to welcome PRX versus Boom.
बैचलर ऑफ बिजनेस स्टडीज। और हमने कितने बार बात किया है स्ट्रीम पे उसके बारे में। हाँ इच्छा गावत टटिया कलाइया गेमर्स। लाला आज किसकी तरफ है तू? पेपर एक्स ऑन टॉप ब्रो भाई। लेकिन यार इन दिस होल वर्ल्ड मेरे को एक इंसान कभी नहीं बनना है आरसीबी सपोर्टर, लेकिन वो आरसीबी सपोर्टर फील कैसे करता है? पेपर एक्स वो मुझे इक्विवेलेंट फीलिंग दे जाती है। रियाल और फाकी चैट।
Rise Pacific. Boom Esports.
Friends, former teammates, familiar faces, but only one team survives today's playoffs. It is wild to think PRX, former champions, grand
ऐसा
finalists now
handshake
fight
की
for their
वगैरह नहीं
lives
करना चाहिए,
against
direct
Boom,
मुक्का उक्का दे
a
देना चाहिए,
squad
मजा
that
आएगा
rose
फिर।
from Ascension and captured the hearts of Pacific fans. Guys, give me an woo!
let's go. Today is the day for Boom, if you ask me. They're back to being those underdogs, as I was saying before. This is where they want to be. They thrive on doubt. They thrive on the haters. And I think they're ready to show the
बूम
world
जीतेगी
why they
आज
were
तो
so
1
good
के
in the
सुपर
group
चैट मेरी
stages
तरफ
yet
से।
again today.
साले ने पैसे लगाया।
Now their opponents
जुगारी
are
साला।
PRX, and there are viewers newer to VCT, welcome of course, and they're wondering what the big deal about PRX is. Well, just yesterday we finally got to see a true glimpse of what PRX once was and why so many fans have been desperately waiting to see them rise again. Now, guys, do you have to agree the Control Chaos, it started to evolve a bit?
I mean, PRX are looking the best they've looked so far this year, as far as I'm concerned. They're going from strength to strength. You're just seeing them be active, be assertive on the map. It's
पेपर
exactly
एक्स
what
को
we want to
नजर
be
मत
seeing
लगा
from
हवा
them.
से।
There
मैं
are
नजर
still
लगा भाई,
some
मैं
lingering
सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ दिल
issues
से।
on certain
Inside my
maps,
heart
but
there is
on the
only
maps
one
where
word,
they've got
पेपर
the
एक्स right
right
now,
approach
bro।
and they've got it figured out. They are truly looking like one of the better teams in Pacific right now, and I can see why a lot of people are trusting them to make the lower bracket run into Toronto.
दे मुक्का दे मुक्का दे।
Coaches are out. Ooh, what? They did not just do that. Oh, I love it. They did like the double fist bump to make up for the last one. Their
W,
little reference.
W, W,
Coaches are very
Alex in
familiar
the
with each other,
chat.
6 fingers and Coach Alex.
W,
Now, this
Alex
matchup,
in the
we were
chat.
touching upon this earlier. Very interesting. I also want to know what your predictions are coming into this match.
Oh man, I mean, about looking at the map draft,
क्या बात है?
I think
Beautiful.
it really could
Alex
go
is
either way.
actually
Like,
beautiful,
I
bro.
feel like there are a lot of map drafts where I feel
मजाक सेट के किसी दिन एलेक्स को मेरे को है ना IRL देखने का।
back to back. I was feeling great about Talon's chance of a 2-0, and I just have no
मैंने
idea
Alex
what
को
I'm
IRL
talking
नहीं
about.
देखा
But this
भाई।
one, I
मैंने
actually
सबको
feel
देख
like
लिया।
it's pretty even.
Alex को नहीं
To be
देखा भाई।
honest, like I think this really
आरसीबी
could go
जीत
either
सकती
way.
है, not gonna
Yeah, I
lie।
have
Shut
to
up, bro।
agree. I am
Kindly
leaning
shut
towards
up.
the side of Boom. I did choose to predict them for today, and I think that's because
Is this the elimination match? Yes.
Such a one-off.
ये elimination match है और ये अगर कोई हार एक
So
सेकंड।
I really want to see them really deliver like we saw in that group stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And here are our predictions. You two are the only ones who chose Boom today. I do wonder though how, you know, how divisive this is. Like, as how much confidence they have in PRX today.
It comes down to a lot of recency. PRX have looked fantastic. Boom looked horrific in their game against Gen G, no doubt about it. But I think Boom is still a very solid series, a solid team rather. And I really have seen Boom have these choking issues in the past and overcome them and deliver good performances.
आज जो जीतेगा वो DRX के अगेंस्ट खेलेगा, ठीक है? DRX के अगेंस्ट खेलेगा लोअर ब्रैकेट सेमीफाइनल्स में। एंड तो ये दो गेम्स साइमल्टेनियसली होंगे। ये कल ये गेम होगा और ये गेम होगा। फिर इस गेम में अगर पेपर एक्स यहाँ पे भी जाती है तो अगर इसमें हारती है तो भी घर पे, इसमें हारती है तो भी घर पे, ठीक है। इसमें अगर जीती है तो लोअर ब्रैकेट फाइनल में आएगी, और लोअर ब्रैकेट फाइनल में अगर पेपर एक्स आती है तो पेपर एक्स वर्सेस इन दोनों में जो हारेगा वो रहेगा। इनकी मैच पहले भी हुई थी जिसमें जेनजी, एक सेकेंड, हुई थी ना, नहीं डीआरएक्स के अगेंस्ट हुई थी। तो आरआरक्यू जीतने के चांसेस है यहाँ पे, नहीं एक्चुअली जेनजी जीतने के चांसेस है, तो आरआरक्यू वर्सेस पेपर एक्स होने के चांसेस है, एंड फिर ग्रैंड फाइनल। तो टफ तो है, बहुत टफ है पेपर एक्स का रन, but
Rubble fights that they're
let's
able
hope
to
for the
win
best.
every time. How will Boom deal with that in this first half? Because they are
Tough
a
ball
momentum-based team that needs to start hot here.
Yeah, my advice is slow it down. That's what they need. Don't let Paper X pick up too much
आसिम
speed.
के नाम पे QR लगाया था एक बंदे ने,
famous with an operator in his
क्या?
hand can be one way to stop
अगर पेपर एक्स
the
जीती तो
speed.
ट्वर्क करना,
Now
ट्वर्क
it's
क्या
gonna
भाई
be
सब कर
Boom
दूंगा, बता
versus
दूं बस।
Paper Rex here, and all we
मत कर
are
रही,
just
मत कर, रहने दे,
passengers
बहुत भरेंगे
and
तेरे
along
को।
for the ride. We're gonna go track by track with this, and our casters Achilles and Komodo drive us straight into the chaos.
ब्रो इज्जत खत्म हो गई यार, यू नॉट नो
There's no driving here.
बीबीएस।
The hands are
गासो
off.
जब तुम में से कोई
The
जानता नहीं
pedals
रहेगा
just
तब
pressed,
से मैं देख रहा
and
हूँ
we're
उनको,
just seeing what happens.
Where it
जब
takes
उनके
us, what
20 के
direction we go.
25 के
It's like a
सबसे
scene in Fight Club. Just take your hands
दूसरे
off the
चैनल पे
wheel
ओनली
and
इंग्लिश
flip
में
the
ब्लॉग
damn
करते
car,
थे।
I suppose. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to probably be a bit of a brutal one. A big back and forth we're anticipating here
माइंडफ्रेक को
between
क्या हुआ है,
these two
पेपर इसके लिए क्यों नहीं
squads.
खेल रहा है?
We
आई
got
गेस
our traffic light
पैकमैन ज्यादा
Valorant
बेटर
out of the way.
उनको फिट लग
Now we
रहा
go
है
into the
उनके
train
रोस्टर
track
में, तो
Valorant.
इसलिए उनको
We'll see
खिला
which
रहे
one of
हैं,
these
मे बी
teams
आई
is going
डोंट
to be going up against DRX in their next series for that last spot at Masters Toronto.
I'm just hoping for a train wreck not to happen in this one. I just want to have a really good game of Valorant. I don't want this one to be a blowout. I'm at least happy that we got Fracture
Sure, in that
close.
regard.
But also, if we've got a team that is just very clinical here, I mean, that probably speaks some good value and hopefully would turn into a good game against DRX as well. Because when you look at this one,
Steven out है,
Boom,
yes, Steven
I mean,
is
they've
out,
got a
bro.
good track record
Steven को
against
कल
teams
out की
throughout the
भाई,
group stage as well.
वो भी
But when you
knife
look
करके
towards the
पेपर
crowd
एक्स
being
ने।
against them in a couple of their
Imagine.
series, it's been a lot closer.
Steven
So if
को
you're
घर पे
actually
भेज
taking
दिया
that
भाई,
as a little bit
Masters
of a
winners
fisheye
को,
view,
World
the
Champions
crowd
को
is against
भाई।
them here from their walkouts where we heard it be a little bit more excitable for Paper X. So
ये call
how
80 को
much
क्या हो गया?
does that actually hold here?
We are ready to
720
go.
PQ है ये। Oh
Stated
hell nah,
winners
bro.
going up against DRX. Boom. Will it be them looking to try to take down another Korean squad? Failed previously. Paper X here on the defense to start. Couple ghosts here in hand. A sheriff for Jing. Similar firepower in the hands
Boom
of Boom
Esports
on
is
the attack
attacking
as the
4
door
man
gets
on
tapped.
B of
C-site
Paper
for the
X.
moment wide open.
And this will show Boom's preparation
क्या
in
comp
watching
है?
yesterday's game too, with what to do around the C site. Though,
4 second on
That's a lot of shots,
Omen,
as you bait out the
something on
shield.
Yoru.
Bates it does.
Okay.
Not that much damage for how many shots were going his way. Tagged to 78. Certainly could have been worse, but now Paper X getting
चैट
clustered
कल ही
up in the
समथिंग
right
का
position. Just gonna be
ब्रीच पे ही था ना
still
समथिंग,
left back over
लोटस
towards
पे ही
the
था
A
ना वो
site.
मैच।
got the arc rows as
Something
well,
जो breach खेल रहा था।
poised to flash everybody who's looking to come with through the choke.
Smoke over towards Waterfall, but they're in and out this one. Jing, what a track
Oh,
on the headshot.
shit.
Famous gonna be taken down there on
Jing
the side.
is on,
Just
baby.
mentioned by Batman, but Jing, he's able to come away with 2 kills. The spike now dropped.
Fracture था, अच्छा,
swooping out.
और वो ब्रिम
Finding
खेल रहा था
one.
बराबर।
DOS9, just the 1 kill found, so 2 casualties. Jing
भाई,
with the
जिंगा ने
3K,
चापटी दे
Paper
दी।
X with the opening pistol.
That's a pretty clear case for Paper X as well, of just getting the right read and having the right numbers rotated nice and early, setting themselves up for a good little combo of utility on the site. Choke
भाई
point
अपन
as
रात में
well
कौन सा
of
मैच देख रहे थे चैट, G2
You like to
वर्सेस?
see that from them immediately hitting
भाई
their
मैं
shots
भूल
out
गया।
of the gate as
Short
well.
term memory loss।
Meanwhile, for Boom, this is where we need to
Trent
start
मार रहा था,
seeing
इतना याद आ रहा है।
adjustments early for them,
Trent
because
बहुत
they
मारा।
are the team that has come through, you know, the upper
G2
side
versus
of
कौन
things.
था, मैं
They
भूल
have
गया,
had
bro।
the longer
MIBR
preparation
हाँ।
coming in towards this one.
Shit भाई, short term memory
One
loss
team
हो रहा है
that
भाई
made it
नींद
into
की
the
वजह
playoffs
से।
with a very clean record.
I am cooked.
Find themselves potentially in a risk of elimination here. As the shots flying through the wall just gets an immense amount of damage. Famous can't see anything at all. As Forsaken's able to go ahead. Quickly take him down. Jing clean with the taps. Gets himself another
आसपास ने मारा था, हाँ आसपास भी मार रहा था भाई,
As it is
कुत्ता
going to
बनाया
be
था आसपास ने।
damn near flawless
कोई तो
anti-eco
एक
here
मैप
for the
आसपास
side
में
of
बहुत
PRX.
यड़ा बनाया भाई, और
We're gonna
उसकी
have
वजह
to
से
see
मैप
for
जीते थे
Boo
वो
if they
लोग।
want to try and contend with any
One-sided
rubble
मारे थे
control.
ना?
What are they actually looking to do in their layered approaches with fault lines and with drone, with salvos? If Paper X are going to continue to contend over towards A, you need to be making sure that they're not just able to dance around it. You know, we saw a lot of weaknesses
Sleep
for
schedule cooked,
T1
brain
on
cooked,
just gaining
facts.
any sort of space, gaining any territory, especially over towards C. How scared were they of just devised presence of utility.
I'm gonna try this again, but look at the stack, look at the setup, the read here from PRX going into their bonus. Well set up to try to contend with this, and Jing is up over the top.
Jing
Now he's
Kang.
gonna
Oh,
showstopper.
Jing is
Locked in.
cooking hard,
MC
bro.
Slasher is dead. And this round is damn near over. Dosa
Dosa.
lingering here within the
Dosa
smoke.
को
Looks
free
like
तीन
not
kill
really
है.
being given too much
expect
consideration.
किया.
Does manage to push out to find Patman, but Devi
Crazy.
two with a stinger. Gets
They're
a
winning
hefty upgrade.
a bonus. That too
And
with one
Berserks
casualty.
has nothing to do. Something once
Khazan
to get
Berserker
involved, wants to
alive.
find a piece of the action. He's going to be drifting around the back, and he's going to be
Good,
finding
good,
a
good, good,
headshot.
good, good.
3-0 start. Train is ready to leave the station.
Leave the station for PRX, of course. Boom. They want to be the derailers, and in that sort of bonus round as well, they are certainly nowhere
Second round में
near
ult कर दी. भाई
any of
उसने
the
कुत्ता
action.
बना दिया
You
भाई.
just look at the space control, you look at the early stack from PRX as well, having the right
भाई क्या
numbers, and then
clean
just the
satchel
right
किया
utility.
उसने.
When it comes into the scrap battle, you know that's where PRX can thrive with a lot of their players, you know, able to chop
Oh
and change
भाई
between
कॉल दे रहा है
roles.
बे something.
How many duelists do we have on this squad?
वापिस से push कर रहे देखो.
Fighting their way
और
forward
C
here.
से something push कर रहा है.
Huge start for the side of PRX. Boom. Let's see if they have any kind of magic here with this Bucky in hand for Famous. Baits out the
Yeah.
wall.
He's actually in front of the site here.
Oh, yes, he is. And he's dead.
Gone.
Jing is hitting a little bit different these last
क्या
2 days.
मार रहा
Spy
है?
similarly. Looking alive and well. DOS 9. Just managed
Okay,
to find
मर
a
गया.
headshot. Jing will
Oh wait,
suffer
they
his
might
first
have
death.
C. Never mind, the spike is not there.
This does get brought into
3v3
a
आ चुका है.
with a weapon upgrade.
Yeah, you're going to have to go pick up the spike as well eventually. Still do have both controllers available for Boom, so you can toy
रात
with
को
these
live
rotations as well
live
with
आप
Viper's
गे.
toxic screen over towards the A site.
Live आओगे हाँ भाई.
Stein, wait to get his smokes back online, but really you
Oh,
need to find
oh,
some
oh.
timing.
Oh,
Bro, what?
Berserks.
I don't know if he didn't spot him.
Oh my
Down
god,
that
क्या lucky
way.
हुआ है for a second.
Wall gets
AP
raised.
जा
He's
रहे.
gonna have to
Oh,
tap the door you would suspect, but Forsaken will just go ahead and find the headshot.
oh इसका sound
Slashing
आ
out,
गया.
recovering a
Oh,
weapon, swiftly puts it to
2v2.
use. Keeps it now into a 2v2. Spike is trying to be brought through the baby door and around. 30
मैं दूर
seconds
से ही आ
remaining,
रहे.
but
क्या बात है?
PRX
Easy round. Oh,
double stacked this
Nah,
angle.
hell, nah,
DOS
1v1.
9 now, clearing out one, trying to fake
Does
the
he
exit
know?
towards A, and looks
Wow.
like Batman does bite the bait.
Does have a seize and a haunt, depending on what angle he can come from.
W
They can
smoke.
He can rotate the
good.
C.
Yeah, and that'll actually provide a little bit of
bro,
assurance time as well.
crazy DOS
More
9.
time that you can play with the just spike.
10 seconds left.
Bit of an open plant here. Where does he want to go though?
Spike planted.
Horrendous plant है थोड़ा सा ये. Ui.
Try to push up, can play the close angle here. Waterfall. Footsteps are heard. Should have the jump. Oop. The shot brings out. I'm not sure if Patman had actually cleared him there. No, he's got a haunt in the C's. Tucks back around the corner. And
Wow,
it's just
भाई
gonna get
क्या
caught there.
खेला है
Red Bull punch from
डोसा.
DOS 9.
Shit.
Go ahead and get Boom their first round win effectively in that Thrifty.
Yeah. Real cheeky one for them to be able to
Wow.
find there. You're looking at the lesser weaponry getting some of the early
Obnoxiously
damage and
good,
trades
bro.
as well, and then affording a little bit of reset time for the team to upgrade towards the Vandals as well. A bit of overzealousness from
Nice.
Jing in that one. And you think,
Bigger
alright,
brain
maybe some
gameplay,
stability will be
W.
brought back, but it's the trade game and it's the timing and positioning of DOS 9.
खाना खा लिया? Yes.
You know, one of the key members that we were seeing go a little bit missing in the one against Gen G, specifically Famous as well. So if they are your key pieces to be online in a series like this, getting the first round on the board, having them activate would certainly be well worth its weight in gold.
The Odin
Something.
there from Forsaken, looking to try to flush them over to this angle, but something does get noted wisely here. Red from the side of Boom, sending out that stealth drone, anticipating that forward presence at Mound. Able to avoid catastrophe for the moment.
Arcros just confirming more players are still around
SSD
the
को
C
clear
side of
करो.
things. I mean, you would have heard that from the orb being gathered as well by NC Slasher to get closer to it.
Oh,
Trying to go for the
लगा
flick,
उसको.
DOS 9
1 HP है
taking
भाई
down
डोसा.
6 HP.
You don't want to contend with the thorns there. That one is quite
DOS 9
understandable.
Indian player
Now the
है?
minute
Yes,
mark
bro.
to be hit, and
उसके पास
PRX
आधार
still
कार्ड है.
looking.
Jing and Patman pushing forward here, but not overextending. A little bit of noise made there.
Something of note as well. Patman, no more Prowlers. Jing, no more Boombot 2. So it does come down to these more deeper stages where the rifle action is going to be a bit more prominent.
As the haunt. See when that does get sent, something for now.
30 seconds left.
Just hang back, dodge the stun, Famous. Ready to push, but something just a little bit snappier with it.
20
Takes in the
seconds.
pieces, yeah, 20 seconds, and there's still that Odin locked inside of Tree. Forsaken's just spraying through now,
What?
finds them first, NC Slasher gonna be taken down.
Bro, आगे नहीं आ पा रहे वो लोग. Spike फंस गया है
They
उधर.
need the breakthrough, and they just absolutely cannot.
DOS9 कजाकिस्तान से
Wall
था,
never got
लेकिन
popped.
फिर वो
There you
रेवेनेंट
go.
esports में खेलने
No
लगा. तो
back-to-back
रेवेनेंट
gonna be
esports के
found.
बूट कैंप के बाहर है ना एक
PRX
अंकल
continue.
बैठते थे
Now 4-1.
जो बहुत ही प्यारा
when
डोसा
that
बेचते
shares
थे.
and popped in a
तो
potential
वो
B
इतना
split,
डोसा
you do
खाने
just
लग
have
गया
all
वो
eyes
बूट कैंप के
essentially
बाहर का
towards
कि
outside
उसने
the
अपना
baby door,
IGN
and
जो है
we've got spam to come through from
वो
Forsaken.
ट्रिब्यूट टू इंडियन डोसा
Not too
इसलिए
much
उसने
of a
DOS9
angle
लिख
that
दिया
you
है.
think about there. It's a
तो
very sharp one, though,
in
from
return to
something
that
with the
उसको आधार
operator
कार्ड
in
दे
this
दिया था, and
round
that's why
as
he's Indian.
well. So far, you've only got one round on the board as Boom, and it was on
And
that
this is
lesser
100%
equipped one.
real,
Well, now
chat.
you're back onto a
100%
bit of
real,
lesser equipped
not
variety.
fucking.
Maybe it is a situation where you need to go a little bit faster, right? You're getting really close to a couple of these ultimates, though. So maybe the faster one might be in the round after this.
Love to have the overdrive at this point, but Famous just hasn't been able to find that impact to build this up fast enough. Forsaken repositioning, just spraying through here, hoping that he gets somebody trapped with this sheer wall.
Bro, I was
Trying
that
to find
uncle.
them when
Bro,
the
I was that
expectation is
dosa.
going to be to bait out the shot,
Yate.
which it now will be done successfully.
Still going to be sent, and Forsaken, he says, well, I'm at upper now. Famous, a couple bullets to the brain. Odin claims his life. Forsaken will get caught off guard here. Solid reposition from DOS9, sliding forward,
Nice,
unanticipated.
nice.
Yeah, it
Able
was,
to answer one back, but that Odin cannot be scooped up.
when Forsaken was actually paranoid, so he didn't hear it. So really nicely done from DOS9.
A little bit of a slower read, a pivot across towards A, now realizing that it's going to be on the C site.
Spike plant.
Shells lobbed into the corner, NC Slasher finished off, taken down. Solid paint shells there from Jing. DOS9 up top of the box, does that, get anticipated, push under the corner, Shiro able to find one, Jing not looking up though. DOS9 does
2v2.
manage to catch him by surprise.
Losable है.
No
Oh,
foul,
nice,
no quick peek
bhai.
out.
Good
DOS9 dead,
flash.
turn to the flash, double facing forward and something.
क्या नाचता है भाई
Doing
ये?
as something does, bounds forward with the shorty in
भाई वो
hand.
बर्सर ने
Cuts him down
ये
to
किया ना
size.
क्या उसके
Damage
टैप
dealt,
करने
but
गया मैं
still
रहता
cash
स्प्रे
up
करता
money
और
here for
दोनों
the
को
side
मार
of
देता
PRX.
Yeah, slight little moment of worry in that round for them as Jing satchels in and he actually bopped his teammate off the line and he fell because of that one, but he still manages to have a little bit of recovery in towards the round. There were no ultimates going into that retake scenario as well for the likes of PRX, but a great little combo to dispatch of NC Slasher who did pick up the Rolling Thunder. You could see the idea that he wanted to deploy that one in the round as well. May very well have been needed for Boom's chances there. But now you come in towards the next round where you do have your full investment. You got a lot more ults online. for
लाइक जो
both
नहीं
of
किया
the
इस स्ट्रीम
squads.
को उसकी
Again, Rolling Thunder
टट्टी
combo.
बाहर नहीं निकलेगी तो
Potentially there.
कृपया
PRX
करके
another
लाइक करिए
showstopper for Jing as he's 12-2-2.
Yeah, having an absolute heater.
Something trying to go for the quick peek, eats a bit of damage. Berserks similarly though, tagged up at 55.
Lucky to get away though with that peak, with how many members Boom were just waiting for in spawn.
First round though, reposition of the sheer wall, actually setting it up on this C site.
Noted.
Spots
ओ
it
भाई वॉक कर रहा ना ड्रोन से
and clears it.
Oh,
Nope.
no, they
Now they clear
okay.
it.
Second attempt to try and do that. Meanwhile, you've got some repositions from PRX as something gets on the A lobby line. And the rest of the squad playing 2 and 2. Devi and Patman a lot to do on this C site though, if that's where things do eventuate.
ओ
Berserks just around the corner and Jing just a
भाई
little
जिंग
bit faster.
का आज एम है कितने किल्स है
Previous
जिंग के
damage dealt to Berserks, making a bit of a difference there.
फेमस का हाथ खुल गया ना तो फिर वांदे हो
These are
जाएंगे
situations
बस
where you expect
बाकी कुछ
something
नहीं
to be using the dimensional drift to pivot some information for the rest of the team and allow Jing to get on in, but Boom are changing it up. They
Ooh.
wanted to go.
Up and over the top. Jing just Goomba stomping him there, but he actually dies to fall damage. Bit of a king moment there. As
Oh,
now
what
the
a
Armageddon going to be rolling out. Devi in the push forward ahead of this one, but DOS9 is there. Has the angle, has the headshot. Something arrives on the site.
Oh!
Still just the off hand though.
Ah!
What a flick and a half. I have no idea how he managed to find that, but they have bought time. The spike never
That is not
planted
down yet.
throughout this here. Now being committed to.
Seconds left.
सिर्फ एक ही फ्लैश था, that is
Sent
used.
up and over the top. The peak coming in. Patman leading the
Easy
charge.
round, bro.
Finding
Easy
it down
round,
low
bro.
to PRX.
Crazy भाई, something ने
Continuing
क्या
now.
दिया है?
6 rounds secured on the
Insane shot by
defending side
something
here,
भाई,
Lotus.
6-1.
Just a lot of distraction from PaperX
Crazy shit.
towards that round, isn't it? When you got the dimensional
Crazy
drift that's
shit.
coming out from something, keeping the Boom members on their toes.
Something
getting
gaming
some
YD.
Utility thrown in there yet again. You've got Jing making sure that he's finding berserks, but it's this
Bhai,
moment
ye-
here with the showstopper. It's 36 HP that's actually
Show
taken
me
there
this
in
flick.
the fall damage. He's
Ooh.
seen his tootsies, but he still has to vertically hit that one. 2 versus 2 scenario, and it was, you know,
14 kill
vulnerability
pe.
when you're trying to establish a plant. So that's the sort of sticky situation.
4 second
Had
through
Boom
kiya.
got the plant down earlier enough, you know, maybe coming out with something different. But 6-1, as you mentioned, Boom calling for the timeout.
हाँ मेरे को भी लगा उस बैक बॉक्स पे वो लैंड करेगा लेकिन वो
First one
गिर गया
committed here. There's the wolf in the dark. That is adorable. But they did not coexisting creatures, as it turns out, as far as their timelines.
No, neither is a meteor and a dinosaur, as we found out from yesterday.
Yeah, that's the one that missed.
Yep.
You know, the percentage was increasing. They said, oh, like, you know, there's that 3% chance it's going to strike Earth, and then it went away.
Just passed the Earth.
Well, some fans over from across the pond there.
यशविन भाई thank you for the 10 rupees on Google Pay. Like button अब like button glitch है अब टट्टी का क्या करूँ?
Yeah, Lotus, the pick off paper.
Now you are cooked, bro.
I mean, when you consider the good amount of wins that they've been
Actually,
able to pick
you
up
are
with
cooked,
the
Yashwin
repeated
bhai.
play
Thank you for
this
the
map,
10
the ones that they've
rupees.
played the most this year.
Yashwin Sharma
And kind of do see why at the moment, a really good idea on this defensive side. Still, economy not really toying for them as
14-3.
well, so they're going to have buys on buys.
Jing.
Unless we really see something different come out from Boom. Timeout before this round, coming into, albeit thrifty essentially. If Famous can't get anything done with the Bucky, you've got to see the ultimate invested.
I mean, you say it'd be a thrifty, but that's the one round that Boom got.
Yeah.
Was a thrifty. Granted, credit was given to the Red Bull clutch from DOS9.
Radical clutch.
Boom that they've really been able to find. Of course, the Shearer is over to the seaside yet again, but that's being protected by something first on the operator line. If you've got things motioning towards this A side for Boom, they're going to have an investment of a fault line and the stealth drone from Shiro to get Famous on in. But apart from that, now you've got control. That's just going to bring rotations from PaperX.
Somehow Famous dodging damage there. Not going to get caught there by the shots. There's a Divide. Gets positioned.
एक ही तरफ 4-5 जन है बे.
Backed up by Jing. Jiggling forward there.
Economical round है लेकिन Famous के पास
All the
Bucky है
information
जो
now
कि
is
scary
known.
है.
PaperX 100% know that Boom are locked into A.
Trapped here at tree perhaps. Fast lane. It's going to be holding down M1 is Forsaken. Salvo sent, but not displacing. Reset is in. Famous goes diving
Oh,
right
wait.
into it.
What? Famous
Catch
उससे
Reaper
मरा
Shield,
है.
solid follow-up shot. Tries to get them back into this, but Divide comes away with the kills. NC Slasher is going to be taken down. The stun going to be sent his way, but now Jing pushing forward. Door gets hit,
Hella,
suddenly finds a
bro.
headshot. The spike is on the floor. DOS9
अच्छा वो ओडिन से लो हुआ और अपनी स्टन में फट गया.
Jing will go ahead.
Bruh, they are
The last
cooked.
kill,
They are
7-1.
cooked. They are so
Timeout
cooked,
call.
bro.
Not leading to a thrifty, but can it lead to a round win with a buy behind? We're about to find out.
That's the early game right now. The Boom are struggling in. It's
फाल
finding
का
any
प्रॉब्लम
advantages, it's
बोल
finding
के
any
फिर से
space
हेडफोन.
that they're not
अरे
really being contended with
मतलब
by PaperX,
हेडफोन कैसा
who just
मस्त
have a
लगता
great
है ऐसा
fundamental
घूमने फिरने
understanding
के
of
लिए.
where they need to put their pieces. Very happy enough to have something looking at an operator line by himself.
अच्छा वो टेक्निकली ओडिन से ही मरा है लेकिन वो टाइमिंग हो गया.
Odin go Burr as well. And then meanwhile, you've got some good timing on Patman.
Thank you for the 10,
with
Yashwai.
the Prowlers, right? He's layering them around the map very nicely, I say. Got to see what the difference on this buy-up is going to be for Boom this time, though. Controllers up through pillars already to the front of B. Patman, the one on the side itself.
Locating target.
Drone again sent something, just going to back away. Nothing spotted. Now goes for the pink and Famous with a great headshot. Beats him down. DOS9 looking to try to reposition. Gets himself in deep over by C.
Cover going out.
It's the one-way setup.
Finally, a situation as well for Boom where they can get the plant down and have enough time to set up for a post-plant.
But they don't have the pit to try to go along with it.
Alte दबाएगा.
Yeah, remove the guns.
So let's put you back on a thrifty.
बढ़ गया भाई सब Famous बढ़ गया.
He likes those odds. Pushing forward, able to find one. DOS9 holding things down at the back.
Oh, Famous बढ़
comes
गया.
away with a third.
1v3.
Forsaken now. has to do the lion's share of the work, and that is an immense amount of immediate damage. Famous with a 4K.
Famous gamer है.
Their first proper round victory. And a second
Famous
one here
gamer
on the
है chat.
Converting with the opening kill as well is actually monumental for Boom, right? They need these
Urvish
sort of
Roy,
advantages,
thank you
and they
so
need
much
to
for
be
the
able to have some
25
time
rupees
to
on
settle
Google Pay,
down,
Urvish.
Figure out a bit of an adjustment plan. Not dropping in the pit this round either. It's just a timing
Sala.
for something.
चश्मा change किए round जीत गया बे.
See Mound side of things, you know, generally if you'd see Divide put the arc rose over a Mound, he can be flashing first to allow something to go on for that.
भाई कल रात में पैसिफिक के कैमरामैन की तारीफ की थी ना.
Famous gets
हाँ.
cross and then is able to overdrive it.
नहीं मैंने क्यों की थी तारीफ?
Just destroy PaperX.
क्या बोला था मैंने भूल गया. 3-man push on C.
big change up here.
Oh. Oh.
Jing forward. Do they read DOS9's position?
B भी
Question
push
at the same
किए,
time
damn.
for Taken. He just peeks out of B, finds Shiro there in spawn, and all the chaos that's ensuing around towards Mound.
Yep.
पीछे
and
आ रहा है.
disconnects now. They've got the opening
AP
kill on
कर दिया.
Shiro. That removes the salvos. That removes some information.
Boom अभी
Absolutely
hang
pivotal
हो गई
for
रहेगी.
a team like Boom right now to have something like
उनका
that online,
initiator
because
dead
if
है.
you don't, I mean, there's no real information. You got to sacrifice bodies now.
Famous just gonna try to find.
Thank you so much Rudra bhai for the 29 rupees on Google Pay. Thank you so much.
This angle.
Rudra Gaming YD.
Thank
Thank you for the 30
a bit more
Urf
realigned.
29.
Things going towards this A side with a potential pivot through the baby door back towards B though. And PaperX starts to rotate towards A. There goes Forsaken.
Yep.
Bro.
Famous able to find
Famous
it
ने ऑप से एंट्री निकाली है.
after shock.
एक और
Hold off
टॉप
the approach
है.
Jing swooping around. Two players now contained back behind
Oh,
this smoke.
good flash.
Gonna try to hold the line, but gets full flash. They turn around.
Imagine.
They're able to find it. For a second, it looked like it might have ended with disaster.
Oh my god भाई.
Double push forward into the smoke.
3v3.
showing in hand. Jing ends up falling to the wayside. Now 3v3. Famous looking for the
Oh
shot.
what a shot Pac-Man.
Finds it.
लेकिन ऊपर दो है. 2v2 still.
Doesn't find the contact, and now Spike opened up to start getting tapped here.
Oh what a
Swing out,
smoke
divide.
that is.
Holding from the one angle, loses out the fight. Patman now asked to clutch this out. And see Slasher down to a sliver, dead. But does he read the reposition? Has the shorty. Seems like he has an idea, but the time is starting to dwindle. Footsteps gonna be heard. Gets it down. Patman! Does he actually have it? Oh! 1.3 seconds away from pulling off what would have been a monstrous clutch. But Boom narrowly scraped by.
I mean, that doesn't give you too much confidence as Boom. It's a sigh of relief that they're able to come away with that one, isn't it? 4 versus 5 conversion that they're able to get in. I mean, Berserks gets absolutely completely blinded, so no pit to be able to put on towards
Anti-gameplay,
it. I thought
bhai.
that actually PaperX noted that both of those members had gone in towards the Heaven location earlier on with the double peek and the shorty spot, but you never really know if they repositioned with the time or went for a bit of a flank. Valiant attempt from PaperX there, but finally we got another round on the board for Boom. It's in succession as well.
And now we also potentially get some op v off.
Yeah.
Or grab from something does give him another dimensional drift.
More importantly though, for Boom, a pit and a Rolling Thunder if you can set it up.
Jump out.
What a shot.
It's going to be one and an exit. Patman left to his own devices, but the Seas will cover his retreat. Smoke set, lingers within. Meanwhile, double push around the back is Forsaken, trying to readjust, but Jing right there to play off it as well.
Oh.
And Shiro now putting his sights through and losing
Jing
the
ने
fight.
एक और मारा
Jing
B के
comes away
बाद.
with another kill as something
Jing तो
does
मचा रहा है
deploy,
भाई.
breaks open the C site here. The last 2 remaining players, with both
2v3.
of them tagged up.
Point and click for Famous. Doesn't matter about
Oh
the
उसके पास
HP.
ult है Slasher के पास. They can ult CD and push CD. But they won't because Famous low है.
Though from Patman swinging around the back, watched here by NC Slasher. The first shot missed here.
ना bro.
Patman in perfect position.
Famous इतने मिस नहीं करता मालूम ऑप से. उसकी ऑप बहुत बेकार है.
But now has all the info that
Deadly
they
है
need.
मतलब. Oh the ult.
From here, the Rolling Thunder,
No.
far too risky. 14 health remaining.
Oh.
Jing, he'll peek out, he'll see the shorty, and he'll shut it down.
Yeah, just already tagging him up. Makes it a little bit easier for PaperX to come in together as a team at the end. A really great idea to just get through the A lobby earlier. You know, the respot as well from Patman's Prowler, noting that Shiro is still up the guts
Shorty
of B as
तो
well.
heavy हो
So
रही है
you
भाई.
just got a really
What a
great
shot.
plan from PaperX in this round to have the components for the trades available. And really lock a sticky situation in this one for Boom. The real only way they're getting back in that sort of scenario in the 3 versus 2 is if the shot is hit from Famous for a 2 versus 2 and they're rolling thundering one side where they're expecting the opponents to come
Ad
from.
Sophie है. Streams के start में बस ad दिखेगी भाई. बाकी
Now, look at what
स्ट्रीम
you
के
have
बीच
for
में ऐड नहीं
PRX.
दिखेगी.
That final kill from Jing in the previous round, another showstopper, his third of the half at the ready. If that pit comes into play, you've got something who can scout, and the rocket that can flush out.
Oh my god! Nice trade, bhai. Oh my god! What is happening?
Found on a famous but kill, not coming through. Swings in.
Bro,
with the
peak
stinger.
movements देखने मिले भाई यहाँ पे. What the hell?
Neon. Ultimately, a trade up here for the side of PRX. Player advantage in their hands. And now everyone from Boom committed and contained within this rebel position.
Insane भाई. अगर famous उधर जीत जाता ना वो fight और ज़्यादा major दिखता वो सब
lurking
कुछ.
with a judge around the corner. If they choose to go into B, they might just save themselves. But otherwise, a drift towards C, towards Mount could cost them.
Oh, but it does look like they're toying with the idea of C.
Oh.
They're clustered up. This could be devastating. There's one. Can't find the second.
भाई कल वैलिन ने निकाला round
towards the C side too, so maybe
1v3 माँ कसम ascent पे.
The two players with ults at the ready. NC Slasher gives it a consideration.
Judge से ऐसे ही माँ danger भाई वैलिन ने back to back 1v3 निकाले थे.
First, but Patman on a little bit of a faster timing, pushes forward, finds him. NC Slasher now has to do it.
Oh my god!
But the peek over the top.
1v1 था ये भाई सब क्या positioning लिया है.
In pole position strikes.
9-3.
And PRX are up 9-3 as they now swap to the attacking side of Lotus.
Crazy.
I mean, it's better than the 10-2 half that they got against T1 if you consider Boom's side of things, right? But it's just another story where PRX have really great ideas on this defensive time. They've got great recognition of the gaps around the map.
Is this a
And
Kurse
Boom,
chat?
I mean, we've seen that they haven't
Is
really
this a
played this map
Kurse?
too much, right? A really big win against Global Esports. But that was in
Are we witnessing
week
a 9-3
2
Kurse
of
here?
the group stage? That was
Can be.
absolute weeks ago. If you've not been prepping and being ready for this one here, and you're watching the game yesterday, you're still allowing this map to come in towards this series? I mean, it's not good yet.
Oh, this is revealing. Do you like seeing your boyfriend suffer?
I mean, he's not been suffering too much lately with the wins they've been getting, so...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But that might mean that she's suffering, if that's what she...
Ah, right.
She prefers to see him angry.
Yep.
Wolf या dinosaur?
Go to all animals, who takes the crown, the dinosaur or the wolf? I mean, one of them's extinct, so...
One of them is also just a category.
आपको hard दिखा रही.
this
Oh,
is
हाँ
true.
ना?
Which dinosaur?
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
what we
Tyrannosaurus Rex, right?
Triceratops, Raptor, T-Rex. Like this is, you know.
इसको देखो भाई.
Pterodactyl.
तेल लगाने क्या सब कुछ.
Brachiosaurus.
Bro,
I
it's
like the ones
locked
that
in.
fly,
Brontosaurus.
because we can't do that. It's just an avenue that we don't get to experience as humans.
Bro, it's locked in.
Yeah,
Maybe one day.
maybe. We'll see. Flipping up on the half though.
अबे यार मेरे
Let's
को
see if Jing is going to be
ये
able to
डालना
carry
था.
on with this absolute destruction that he came out with on the defensive side, by the way. Or if Boom are going to be able to answer back now with the double controller setup that they have deployed on this map.
Yeah, I think
My portal broke.
if Boom could run this back,
My portal broke.
defending side, be able to take this map, it would be one of the biggest comebacks that we have seen. With context included.
क्या हो
Flashes
रहा?
out onto multiple
क्या हो
players.
रहा?
Shiro able to find one, but I mean, it just lost in the sauce. Ends up falling to something's hands. DOS9 though, nice little lurk behind the box. Finds Patman,
Wow.
finds Devi. DOS9 continuing
2v2.
to try to be the hero here
1v2.
for the team, but Jing cutting
Yeah,
it down with
nice,
the Sheriff,
nice.
finding the follow-up onto Famous. Both pistols
भाई
in the
क्या हुआ
hands
उधर
of
मुझे कुछ
PRX
समझा
as
नहीं.
they
शायद
get
खुद के ही
themselves
बंदे को
up to
मार रहा था
double
क्या वो?
digits.
Yeah, that makes things monumentally more difficult for Boom now in this map. I mean, maybe it is another scenario
क्या
like
हुआ
it
उधर मेरे को
yesterday
नहीं
where
समझा.
PRX had to just write off fracture in their mind when they
Something
had an
अंधा
abysmal
हुआ,
performance
ठीक है.
there and
नहीं,
looked
अपने
to
बंदे को
have
तो नहीं
map 2
मार
and
रहा
map
था.
number 3 go your way.
क्यों कुछ
Maybe
तो
that's too
किया भाई.
early to say at the moment, but Jing
अंधा हो गया था पूरा.
active yet again with a lot of the kills.
23-5?
Even, for example,
Bro
Britney
is
come out with
on!
a really good half with 19
What
frags
the
on that
hell?
attacking side and ending up with 25. I mean, I think Jing is looking to do a little bit better than that.
No Kurse
as an
baby.
individual performance.
One side gameplay.
Been a hell of a way to start things off for him. Kind of having the game that we were maybe anticipating to see from something, given how he played the Euro just yesterday.
Yep.
Jing absolutely outpacing him so far. Still fairly light on the pie here for the side of PRX, considering the lead.
You're
that they do
already
have,
A पे
not wanting to
space
take
ले
too
लिया
many
है.
risks. Seems like they're sticking to the game plan no matter
Outclassing.
what.
Yeah, and if the plan right now is end at A, well, you only have to contend with NC Slasher.
Look, wrong side stack kar liya.
Content and have a pretty easy.
They haven't bought
around.
anything.
Meanwhile,
They haven't
C-Mound, little counterplay from Boom over there, but it's gonna have no
So
value.
they are playing for the 3-11 combat.
Spotting NC Slasher for now, still.
इसका game बजने वाला है Slasher का.
Boombot ends up bouncing one more time and Forsaken plays off the back of it beautifully. He rides the rope, must not have been blinded, finds the headshot. It's DOS9. Does get taken down and Jing gets spared. Just a tuck back. Forsaken continuing the challenge, the angle.
Wait, sorry.
That was a bit
Oh
of a team
shit.
blind, unfortunately, there from Forsaken. That got his little friend. Yeah. It was the paranoia and salvo combo.
भाई यार मेरे को है ना वो हो गया चैट कल का याद आ गया वो वर्नो ने 4K किया था या 3K किया था एकदम इंसेन और उसके बाद में पूरी टीम मर गई थी और वो भी कौन से राउंड पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट राउंड पे भाई और G2 जीत गई थी भाई वो वाला राउंड याद आ गया वो तो राउंड डिजर्विंग था भाई MIBR का
Getting the heart going, making me concerned. I thought they were going to just rush out, lose a bunch of weapons.
No, they just want to add a little bit more entertainment towards this one. They can't win a map cleanly. They have to do something silly. But no, good to see that all 5 are alive. You know, they come into that round with a couple of pistols as well, so you could potentially see now this bonus round look a little bit more stronger with holding for the rifles, which is exactly what they do. An operator, meanwhile, for
no
famous
shield
last cannon
operator.
Style, at least it's out early, right? Last time we saw Boom play, they had what, 2 operators in play total?
It took them 6 rounds to be able to get it.
Yeah.
The first time out. But yeah, glass cannon, no fast lane.
Shadows traveling.
This Forsaken just setting up this bucket now is well aware of this op being in play. Makes a TP.
पाके कर रहा
A
है
little bit of an investigation here onto the site. They were thinking maybe he could be backside.
bro what is bro doing
though? You just sit here.
He's just smiling.
Yeah, wait for your teammate to see if he can reveal any opponents. I mean, it's putting a little bit of pressure right now onto DOS9, who, well, doesn't feel pressured anymore that he's found Forsaken.
Shrugs that off. In the meantime, Shiro did get tagged down. 10 HP remaining.
आ रहा ये राउंड के बाद आता हूँ
Tejo. Zek into the B side, getting ready to come to fruition. The Thorns just go ahead, hold off that back angle, upper. They get the spot on NC Slasher. There's something. Checking around towards Tejo. Hits the headshot through the
crazy
corner.
shot भाई
Pivot towards the A site now as well, and I'm looking at the utility of Boom. You have nothing really to play for on this retake.
No paranoia, just a fault line, and it's already going to be sent as they try to get themselves into positions, but you still have a Viper that's a world away.
Oh,
Jing,
shit.
however, does get caught. DOS9.
3v4 वाइपर देखो ना कितना ये है
Go ahead.
डर रहा है उधर लर्क से
Flashing into the swing out and divide, collecting another.
2v2
It's himself too. Finishing off that low HP member, but it's Berserk.
What?
Line them up.
Has them
दोनों को
lined
मार
up.
दिया oh hell nah bro
Recounting back to Master Shanghai. Themselves stacked in front of one another. Die together, and that does get Boom a round win.
Yeah. Not bad for Boom, but not the way that you want to be getting another round on the board, is it? Into the bonus round
What's
where you
up,
only take out
gang?
one weapon, albeit the operator, so you'll at least be okay that you take that into the next one.
Hello?
Timing and rotations. Such a
What's
good
up,
shot
bro?
From PRX. Still giving a massive crack in this
क्या बोल
one.
रहे हो
Just want to see this last kill and how they do
आवाज
line
बहुत
up
कम आ
for
रहा
him.
है
It's a bit of a waltz for Berserks. And yeah, I mean, he's
मस्त
just
हुआ
shooting
है
through his teammate's falling corpse at that moment.
सोई तुम
Still, Boom on the board again.
बहुत सोया यार
Stave
थोड़ा
off
ओवर
PRX from
स्लीपी हो
getting
गया
map point
पहला
in
वाला
the
मैच
first one of
मिस हो
this
गया
elimination game.
सेम भाई मैं 3 बजे उठी हूँ आज
Yeah, so much damage dealt here. So another outlaw.
भाई उठा और वो स्टोरी बनाने बैठ गया भाई और
Two
उसको एडिट
half
करके
armors
भेज दिया
actually
पहले
here. So not too bad, but Divide just disrespects the smoke, pushing
अब तक
forward,
डाला नहीं है भाई
catching
वो
DOS9.
ब्रांड का स्टोरी था
Famous. That would have been one hell of a flick. Close but no cigar. Something does get taken down. Alt gained in death. As Prowler to try to check around the back. And so far, Berserk's avoiding detection.
Jing inside
The bound across, Jing. Still,
Bro, it's
somehow
alone.
comes away with that
And he
kill. The
gets him
judgment
like
from
that.
Forsaken, just storming forward towards Waterfall.
वो भी डर रहा रहेगा ना बे
Shiro
वाइपर
down
की
to
बी मेन से भी
67,
कोई आ
the
सकता
offer
है
ripped away from him.
मेन से
And
कोई
you've
आ
got an
सकता है
operator, remember, for this retake. Do you have to consider saving this to the next round?
I think you absolutely do. But at that point, you're no longer
43.
playing for the win. You're playing to try to push it into overtime. We'll see what the call does end up looking like for Boom. Might be best to just cut the losses
will
here on the
fade
map
now.
and then focus forward for their own map
मर
pick.
गया
And see Slasher, however, is able to find one, the judge for now.
Alt है fade का
Shows
what
up,
ult
however, similarly,
ओह फेमस
at
से
the
बैटमैन को मार दी
looking to try to contain them back.
ओह
Boom, pushing
Oh.
forward, persevering. Paint shell sent. Jing frantically trying to figure out Shiro's position.
Shit भाई मेरे को
Shiro
लगा जिंग
get him with
निकाल
the
लेगा
wall
भाई
back
huge
shot.
kill by famous on
Once
Batman
again
there
up, can it be retained? Boom. Continue to
लेकिन वो
persevere.
एंगल कैसे बनाया वो स्पैम किया क्या भाई
Yet again, 7 seconds and
या
change
उसका
on
टकला
the
स्पॉट हुआ
clock.
पता
So
नहीं
a 3 versus 4 retake that they find successful. Think about, you know, the call that they would have had to make in the scenario like that as well. What do we wait for? But we find some good timing on Forsaken looking the wrong way.
Bro दिखाया नहीं
Operator comes
famous
out,
का
then
shot
there's a couple of
वही
trades.
shot नहीं दिखाया भाई
1 versus 1, similar HP for both members at the end as well, but Shiro getting that one, so they will hold on, and it really is feeling like it's Boom holding on at the moment, but maybe now a moment of reprieve. Stingers, light shields, Steel Garden though, Dimensional Drift, I mean, you could actually invest those in a round such as this as Paper X.
Knowing the team, they very well may.
भाई साहब
It could be quick in towards the C site with the Nightfall to lead first too.
वो they're gonna push in
Sending them off the angle.
It's a
Here,
low
bucking
buy
in
for
hand
Paper X.
Jing, just trying to scare them off and force them back.
4 people in already Forsaken मारा एक
Oh! Shiro dead. Divide got the stinger,
W
pushes
Gaming,
in,
baby!
finds Berserks.
That's the
The
spike.
Slasher fishing through the smoke is able to find one. The spike drop for a brief little moment. Famous with the off. The swing down, and NC Slasher loses the fight. Famous has to do it all.
bruh
The question is
CT
again,
चल
do you
रही है
save
ना
it, or
direct
do you try to play it out? His teammates will have relayed how low
Bro,
some
can't do
of these
shit.
players are, but now he's trapped in, slides across, gets the no-scope. Oh, tiny bit of style perhaps.
One bullet.
One bullet.
oh he can win this
Reloads. Can he
Oh.
split this? No. The Bucky will once
अगर
again
उसके पास slide
sing
रहता ना
out.
he would have won that
Silencing Famous as Paper X get themselves
GG
up to
GG
map
GG
point.
GG
I mean, I'm talking about maybe a Dimensional Drift and Steel Garden, and that they just invest the Nightfall. And they make it look easy a little bit there, don't they? They're just straight shooting in towards it. They're getting the trades, then commanding space towards the halls as well.
bro it's sticking
Stingers
hard
and the Bucky getting the job done, and that pushes Paper X onto round number 12 now. Map point. This is their own map pick of choice, by the way, for those that may have
इसके बाद
just joined
fracture है ना
us during the
नया
map.
कॉम तो खिलाएंगे भाई obviously something
Now,
को जेट
in
दे
a row
देना
that
चाहिए
Boom would
बात
need to
खत्म
find to push us into an
13-0
overtime
direct
scenario.
Who's next?
Hit on C, Dimensional Drift storming through the B side here for the moment. Push up, close angle,
wow.
Jing able to find one before being taken down. Jump up into
भाई
the
कहाँ पे
smoke.
अल्ट किया है दवाई ने
Shorty shot, not quite connecting there is something. Quick little exit. Forsaken in the meantime, though.
Crazy
He's pitching
ults.
forward. He's gotten himself as well over to the main
What
door.
is
And
happening?
Now this back rubble position is all but shattered. Wide open as it's just DOS9 and Berserks left standing.
Yeah, DOS9 could get out of there, but his teammate couldn't. And Berserks just used the pit at the C site, remember? So they kind of knew
क्या हो
where he
रहा
was already.
उसने spawn पे अल्ट किया so that जो push आए थे defense के वो लोग पीछे जाए
Nothing has spotted Berserks. Just the stinger in the smoke. As the C's gets a grab. I think noise has been made. And like you're pointing out to me now, yep, Devi still on a lurk. Missing maybe a timing. DOS9 seemingly has spotted him, but Devi just wins the fight. 13-5. An explosive performance from
What a
Paper X
gameplay by
on
Paper
the
X
map
भाई
of Lotus.
insane
As they take the opening map here in this
राडा
elimination
gameplay
series.
Yeah, it
मजा आ गया
definitely feels like Lotus is a very comfortable map.
मजा आ गया,
for Paper X
मजा।
when they are going through a time of figuring out who's playing on
अगला
what
मैप
role.
थोड़ा सा
This one-
डायबॉलिकल है बस अगला मैप कंसर्निंग है अगले मैप में वापस अगर चांपिंग ने कल वाला कॉस्प्ले किया तो विषय खोल हो जाएगा जिस हिसाब से वो हंस रहा है उस हिसाब से ऐसा लग रहा है कि उसको जेट मिलने वाला है अगला मैप लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंस या तो जेट या तो यूरू क्या खेलेगा चैट क्या लगता है क्या लगता है पोटैटो ताई तुमको कि क्या खेलेगा समथिंग चली
क्या
गई
हुआ
समथिंग क्या खेलेगा अगला मैप तुम बताओ
केओ
ओ माय भाई मेरे टेबल पे पांडरा बाल है
हाँ?
वाइट बाल ब्रो आई एम
मेरे
कुक्ड
को
आई एम
भी आता
सो
है
कुक्ड
white
भाई
अरे ये सब कुछ नहीं होता मेरे को तो 9th स्टैंडर्ड से आता है वाइट वाल
ओ माय गॉड भाई
सोचो मैं कितना स्ट्रेस में रहती हूँ पूरा टाइम
मेरे तो बाल भी झड़ रहे हैं भाई अभी तो ये देखो चैट भाई दिख रहा है कैमरा में माँ कसम कितना बड़ा वाइट बाल है हेल ना हाँ ब्रो नियॉन खेलना चाहिए। नहीं भाई, जेट खेले चुपचाप, निकाले मस्त भाई की राडा फुल।
भाई मेरे को हेरिडिटरी है भाई, 9th स्टैंडर्ड से आता है, चलता है भाई,
हेरी क्या?
होता है ये सब। हेरिडिटरी,
म्हणजे?
अबे खून का रिश्ता।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा। उस हिसाब से तुम्हें टकला हो जाना चाहिए भाई। ओए बारिश, तुम्हारी इधर बारिश हो रही है?
भाई मुझे सपने में आया आज, पता है?
कि बारिश हो
मेरे
रही
को
है?
सपने में ऐसा लग रहा है कि बाहर बहुत जोर से बारिश हो रही है,
यार ये वाइब
और
में
फिर
खड़ा
मैं उठ
रहने का
के
मन कर रहा
देखती
है।
हूँ नहीं हो रही होती है बारिश। भाई भाई मैं आज क्या सोई हूँ, तुम सोच ही नहीं सकते हो। मतलब सीधा दोपहर को 3 बजे भाई।
अरे तो सो रहे हो अगर 5-6 बजे?
बहुत
ऐसा
दिनों बाद नींद आई भाई
दो
मेरे को।
दिन जब तुम ऐसा 2-3 दिन लगातार ऐसा स्लीप लेते हो ना, तो वो तीसरे दिन ऐसी नींद आएगी ही तुमको, अनकंट्रोलेबल वाली। वैसा वाला शिट मेरे साथ होता है बहुत। ओ चैटा, ये तो कल देखा था। पूड़ी, पूड़ी नहीं है ये कचौड़ी है। माँ कसम 4-4 कचौड़ी खा रहा है ये। ब्रो इसको कट, ब्रो इज सो कुकड चैट। एंड इसने वेटिंग स्क्रीन लगा के रखी है अपनी स्ट्रीम की, देखो अब तक स्ट्रीम चालू नहीं हुई। डबल यू तेजू चेंजेस वैलो अपडेट या
आई 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 आई
क्या
पिंस
हेलो
एंड नीडल्स हो गया, पिंस एंड नीडल्स हो गया।
मतलब
अरे भाई गया, एक
मतलब
कर गया। अरे वो होता है ना, खाली चढ़ जाती है।
कैसे?
अरे वो सुम हो जाता है ना पैर।
अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ हाँ, मुंगी मुंगी आल्या असं वाट मराठी में मुंगी आल्या असं म्हणतात, मतलब मुंगी
पिंस
आया
एंड
मुंगी।
नीडल्स,
पिन ओ अच्छा पिंस एंड, अगली बार से ऐसा बोलूंगा मैं भी।
या इट इज कॉल्ड पिंस एंड नीडल्स
पिंस
ब्रो।
एंड नीडल्स,
या
पिंस एंड नीडल्स। वाओ,
फक इज मुंगी आई।
मराठी में ऐसे ही बोलते हैं भाई। क्या है भाई, मेरे को बचपन से मैं तो
मुंगी,
वही लगता है मेरे को, मुंगी आली।
मुंगी मुंगी आई, मतलब ऐसा साउंड कर रहा है कि पागलपन हो रहा है मुझे, ऐसा मूंगी आ गई इस
मुंगी
पे।
का मतलब क्या
अरे
पता है तुमको?
नहीं,
मुंगी मतलब एंट्स।
एंड्स, अच्छा।
हाँ
मेक
चीटी,
सेंस, मेक
चीटी मतलब
सेंस।
मुंगी ना?
पर ये क्या बात हुई, चींटी थोड़ी काट रही है।
नहीं लेकिन जो भी है भाई, बचपन से हमको तो ऐसे ही बोलते हैं।
अरे यार ककलाट बहुत है तुम्हारा।
टकलाट?
ककलाट, ककलाट म्हणजे पता है?
नहीं।
बस तो फिर पता रखो भी मत।
ओ भाई ये सेटअप देखो ना, लेकिन इसने माउस का वायर ऐसा नीचे ऐसा क्यों रखा है? उधर से डालना चाहिए ना, खेल तो नहीं
हाँ
पाएगा
व्हाट द फक। हाँ भाई क्या है ये।
भाई। लेकिन सेटअप बहुत क्लीन है ये, इसके वजह से क्या लुक आ रहा है यार, वाह। हाँ? इसका नाम आसपास रखा है, होरेडस।
सेंसर कर दिया।
वाओ, एक मॉनिटर उधर है। अरे भाई ऐसा खड़े रह के देखता रहेगा। पीस, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द रीस्पॉन्सर पीस, लव यू। गेस विच, अरे गायब हो गया। अरे
उसको बैन कर क्यों नहीं करता है तू?
किक किया ना।
किक कर दिया ना, फिर ठीक है।
What is chat up? दोस्तों you can send your chat ups on exclamation discord hashtag setupflex। माइक म्यूटेड है? नहीं भाई। जिंग भाई, अब ये जो अपने, एक्सक्यूज मी, व्हाट आर यू सेइंग?
गेस रैंक दिखाओ चलो। ये आया ना नया?
नहीं,
नया आया ना?
यहाँ पे डालना अलाउड नहीं है।
अरे कैसा आदमी है भाई, कैसा आदमी है भाई।
नसीब
चलेगा।
और प्ले, बाय द वे गेस द रैंक।
मतलब ऑलरेडी इसने ये बता दिया कि ये लोअर रैंक है।
है देखो प्लेट है।
इसने ऑलरेडी
उधर ही है।
तो
वो ये देखा हूँ मैंने,
मैंने
ये देखा हूँ मैंने, देखा हूँ। अरे उसका क्वालिटी
खराब है क्या?
नहीं नहीं, उसका क्वालिटी लो है, ये देखो।
उधर ही है पीछे।
ओह हेल ना,
देख रहे हो, इसको बोलते हैं शॉट।
गोल्ड 3 है ये।
हाँ
What the fuck bro? Bro हमेशा कैसे एक्यूरेट गेस करती हूँ?
ब्रो जस्ट वॉच्ड इट।
नहीं
आ जाओ ये खेलते भाई, ये फन है। आज का एजेंट, कोई भी एक रैंडम एजेंट का नाम लो।
केजे।
नो, इट्स नॉट फीमाले, इट्स नॉट सेंटिनले, और वो 2020 का ही है। मतलब जो गेम स्टार्ट हुआ था वो एजेंट्स के साथ था। तो मेल है और सेंटिनल नहीं है। प्रिमस्टोन हो सकता है।
ओके ओके ओके, वेट। अरे रुक जा ना।
कंट्रोलर भी नहीं है। हाँ ठीक है, बताओ।
ओके, फिनिक्स
भी नहीं है, डुअलिस्ट भी नहीं है। क्या बचा? साइफर बचा सिर्फ।
हाँ।
व्हाट? अच्छा सेंटिनल नहीं है, शिट। और
अरे
क्या
वाह।
बचा?
कंट्रोलर, ड्यूलिस्ट, सेंटिनल, इनिशिएटर बचाना।
अच्छा सोवा। एक और कौन इनिशिएटर है 2020 का? गेम शुरू होते साथ कोई इनिशिएटर था?
सोवा था ना।
और कौन था?
ब्रीच।
ब्रो आई एम सो कुकर्ड, आई डोंट नो शाइट। ये मुझे पता है कौन है, ये मुझे दिख रहा है ये कौन है। क्या आपको दिख रहा है ये कौन है?
नहीं ना।
आर यू सीरियस? ये किस एंगल से वेल है भाई? ब्रो व्हाट? ओ माय गॉड।
चलो फिर से करो।
नहीं फिर से नहीं रहता, एक दिन में एक ही रहता है। अभी गेस द रैंक, गेस द मैप। ये इजी है, बहुत इजी है।
असेंट।
चैट क्या पिक कर रहा है देखो, बतावा क्या ये अपना फंटर पे लोड क्यों नहीं हो रहा? ओह
Missiles away.
पुश कर रहे भाई।
Raise and fade and
क्या? What happened? ये डोर कैसे ओपन हुआ?
raise and fade and
वो उसने ग्लिच यूज किया क्या कोई?
Remaining.
that's a long.
उनका मिसाइल था क्या वो? पता नहीं भाई।
Nice.
अबे यार उसने ग्लिच यूज किया है, सिर्फ एक किल के लिए उसने क्लिप डाला ये ऐसे लोग। ये देखो ये एपिसोड 9
That's a long.
ये प्लैट है, तो अभी भी प्लैट ही मेरे हिसाब से तो ये गोल्ड रहेगा प्रोडक्ट भाई। क्या लगता है? चली गई क्या? मेरे को लगता है गोल्ड रहेगा। कोई क्या हो गया? समथिंग वापस ब्रीम खेल रहा है। ओह वी आर कुक्ड। वो गोल्ड नहीं है, ये प्लैट है। व्हाट? प्लैट भी नहीं है, सिल्वर। ओ माय गॉड इज सिल्वर चैट। बी से मिसाइल घूम के आया। अच्छा ऐसा हुआ। डब्ल्यू भाई डब्ल्यू।
चलो मैं काम करने जा रही हूँ, बहुत पका लिया तुमने।
बाय ब्रो।
बहुत पकाते हो भाई, बहुत पकाते हो भाई।
ठीक है भाई, जाओ
जी भाई, पका
Gotta defend you. When you're sitting in the chair
Okay,
next
bye.
to me, I gotta back you up. Unless you're paper thin, in which case I'll
Ek
always tear
bro.
you down. Because
जाओ
it's
ना।
funny.
अरे मैं तो देख रहा हूँ यार
we're gonna get
मैच।
into the
जाओ
action
ना।
here.
ठीक है भाई चलो.
Rewind करो ना.
And see if Boom are going to be able to run this
क्या हो गया?
back.
Rewind
Get
करो.
us a third map in this series.
100th map for Jing as well in VCT Pacific. So I'll see if he can get another one going here, though.
Yes. Contact. That's going to be the sun coming out a little bit too late. Berserk's out from tower, able to find one, but cannot get the trade up to try to equalize. His hello something. Lost9 takes his time, finds the kill, cherishes it for a
Something
moment.
on Brim again, chat. But Jing is on, baby.
This Jing has another fiery hot start here to the pistol round. Push out. This is going to be the 4K.
Jinga
the
is
paint shells.
on.
Might try to spread the love around here a little bit more, as
Oh, hang on.
might be regretting that, but there you go. Goes off the peak, finds it. 4-piece for Jing on the raise. And that is going to be 3-0 in pistols for PRX across the set now.
Yeah, it always makes it harder for a team, isn't it, when you're not getting the pistol rounds that you're generally finding 2 on the back of as well, right? So a bit of a roughie, but it's good to see that Jing starts off from where he left off in the last map. Now, cast your mind back to when we did first see these two teams play each other in the group stage. Week number 3, Patman's first game with PRX. They had Fracture in the pool. It's pretty close
Jinga
score
ka
in
aaj
the
din hai,
end.
Chad. Jinga
Jing
ka aaj
dropped
din hai.
27 kills back then as well. So with him already just having an absolute belter in the first map, imagine a world in which he can consistently do that coming into here yet again.
Aim and forward
Aim
खेल
and
रहे.
control for Boom. They'll
Boom.
take the orb. And with just the Killjoy turret to protect the B site and Berserks in the back lanes, well, it's just going to be free territory for PRX here in the Enigo.
Full approach around that north side here from the remainder of Boom. It's just going to be a bit of a death ball. See if they actually try to make a go of this, or if it's just going to be a stack up.
Semis है या नहीं? अगला वाला semis
And
रहेगा.
then die to the spike. It's one of the things that you don't want to do is give Jing those last 2 charges.
Yeah. Something in Divide going with the same pistol play, so the bonus
Oi!
rounds can be
अबे!
brought up with next round.
Patman able to find
क्या बात
himself
है?
a second kill.
ऐसा लग रहा है defenders attack कर रहे हैं.
It's the headshot. Looking for a little bit more. Berserks will make it somewhat
क्या बात
costly.
है?
And Jing now 1 away. Shiro just sat here in sewer, going to try to stay alive, but Divide on the hunt. We'll go ahead, put him down, get his second charge towards that ult. Not
2-0.
flawless, but
2-0.
damn near close to it. PRX 2-0 start.
100% increase in the kill performance as well for something compared to yesterday. So you'll definitely take that one. Sorry to highlight that one, folks, but it definitely was a pain point to a degree for PRX.
Ultimately, it's a positive.
Oh, for sure, right now, yeah.
A gain is a gain.
Yeah, and they did win the series at the end, so as I said, they wipe off that first map in that series from their minds. They come out with a reverse sweep, and they already have map number 1 in this series. So now, coming in towards the bonus round, let's see if Boom are going to be able to answer back. An operator has been purchased up for famous glass cannon style yet again, as it's a south side control approach for PRX silently. And Divide will cross that rope to meet with the team 2.
Oh, off the contact of the turret. Zerk's on the peak.
क्या
Able
बात
to
है?
find Jing.
Yeah, raid boss down.
Gets the showstopper in death. Best way possible for Boom's odds here. As he tried to deny bonus conversion. That PRX was able to do to get off to such a hot start on that defense on Lotus.
Yeah, just keeping the operator poised towards Dish as well. Just isolates a whole angle of the map that Boom don't essentially need to just worry about right now. You got your alarm bot still to play contact over at Arcade too, so you really only need to have a bit of focus towards the south side entry.
B की तरफ जा रहे हैं. Well, they convert another bonus क्योंकि पिछले गेम में तो किए थे.
So we'll see what the members there for Boom are going to be able to do.
FIFA आज भी नहीं होगा भाई लोग कल होगा. Bro!
Lane to try to escort them forward.
Oh.
Tucked into the corner, never
What?
checked here. But
What?
is forsaken, finding one. Now peeks back out there. Made aware. Patman still
Oh,
with that
Patman
Spectre.
दो मारा.
Getting himself another 2 kills.
2v2 आ गया chat.
Forced to reposition. Salvos.
Crazy भाई
back
4
here for
सेकंड
the
में
moment.
कैसे मारा उधर.
Smokes get ready to dissipate. Gets retucked into the corner. Nothing to flush him out, but double stuns available here for Shiro and Famous. Shiro.
Whoa, what a shot by
The Vandal
Patman.
recovered, picked up. Pushing forward. Just the pistol drawn out here in the smoke. Dissipating. Tags him to 60. Swinging around, the off shot. Going to be good for it here is Famous. Bonus conversion not to come through, but still, again, so much.
मेरे आल्ट यूज कर लेता. Chat. मैं रहता अल्ट यूज कर लेता. तुम लोग अल्ट यूज करते हैं हाँ या ना? मैं रहता अल्ट यूज कर लेता.
Away with it, but they have to be winning these ones a little bit more convincingly. Like the fact that Forsaken noted getting in towards the tower and Berserks isn't able to dispatch of him.
मैं रहता अल्ट यूज कर लेता भाई.
If he can bring out that operator shot, that would be the third one for PaperX, you would assume. You mentioned that Jin got the showstopper in death. Well, now that's available, accompanied by a rolling thunder.
Go for the classic new turn setup. Rolling thunder them forward with the showstopper.
Dust9 also doesn't have any shield here.
Showstopper now going to be sent. Jing expecting some pressure off the back of that fault line, but in fact it is just
अबे ये अल्ट कैसे लाता है भाई इतने?
over towards that rope, which that's going to be a decent amount of splash damage on the DOS9. Has dropped down from Shiro. Is able to find one, but
भाई ये ऑब्जर्वर लास्ट मिनट स्विच करके कंफ्यूज कर देता है.
2 more kills in reply.
Yeah, good trades. They'll settle themselves down now for the post plant. Remember, the rolling thunder is available.
4v3.
Still in the back pocket here to try to defend.
बैटमैन का अल्ट.
Wait here in main, famous just
अच्छा ये साइड है वो.
blind shot there.
Zopli?
Forsaken is a sleep wheel.
Bro, why? Oh my god, I'm.
Well, that's going to force the rolling thunder.
Chat,
Connects
ये
on
क्यों हो
the
रहा है?
2.
ये क्यों हो रहा है chat?
Time continuing the tick here.
Switch पे 720p क्यों दिखा रहा है और?
Good to find Jing. Comes up with that kill, but they still need to break through the door. Berserk's trying to lead the charge. Finds the headshot. That leaves Patman now alone to try to clutch it out. Gets some damage across.
1v2.
The stun.
Good stun.
Connecting. The op shot. Missing.
No!
An MC
दोनों
slasher.
stun थे.
Hit it, but the time is not there. PaperX.
W.
A war of attrition.
W.
They narrowly win, as it's going to be a Red
W.
Bull clutch. Everyone dead, but the round theirs.
Yeah, Boom very scared from the showstopper at drop. Understandably so as well. And then the rolling thunder to really push them back before they have any time to just clear the whole site. Focus on the main angle. Like you're removing opportunity.
720p क्यों है बंटा ये?
Secondary as well. And you're thinking, all right, this is looking okay. You got a 2 versus 1, or a 3
इसमें
versus 1.
1080p देखते हैं अपन. 1080p
before
फिर अपन lag नहीं
himself
करेंगे.
enough time. Take that one as you are for PaperX, with everyone dying, so they will have to reinvest here. But similarly for Boom, I mean, they didn't survive with too much.
Whoa!
Forsaken, does he just go for it? Big
Thinking
stealth
about
trying to open up the door here. And, looking for that.
Oh my god.
Face
Oh, what a ult!
Jing now
Bro, they are
trapped
cooked.
through
They
the
are
door to the
so
arc again, trying to go
cooked.
across. Patman going to be taken down as DOS9 is able to find one.
भाई कैसे बचे?
The rest of the players trying to escape, but Forsaken eventually found.
कैसे बचे?
DOS9 now with an orbital strike online. Famous. Set up on a nice line. Is able to find Jing to buy
Bro,
more space. He
क्या
gets the top
setup
out of the
किए थे?
smoke, try to find something, but Boom, looking like they might be finding their footing for realistically the first time here in this series. Flawless would do wonders for them. Something will take that away from them. But an ace clutch to move up 4-1 seems like it's
अब चलने लग गई शायद.
40 seconds and he can reposition towards the B side if he wants.
Famous की
He's
ऑप
one away
चली
from
तो
the
फिर
orbital, smokes
मुश्किल
an
है.
incendiary, but I think
तो विषय
priority
खोल पृथ्वी
have
गोल
begun
हो सकता है.
available for the next round.
निकालेगा.
Probably
Something
one of
निकाल
the most
सकता है.
clean rounds we've seen from Boom so far here today.
Turret set up around the back. Smoke's coming down. Are they in audio distance? It seems like they haven't realized quite just yet, but now they will.
How much does he get here?
Shift walks over. Is it just going to be the long wraparound? He's got the orbital to buy himself some time. He could reroute through sewers if he wanted to. Looks like it is just going to be the setup here at Arcade. Shots starting to come through. And
Chat, ये क्या हो रहा है आज? तुम्हारे साथ भी हो रहा है ये देखो. ये देखो.
Two players narrowly surviving. Boom. Bring this back just one
सबके साथ हो
round
रहा है.
separating.
Importantly, it's just the team
सबके
going
साथ हो रहा है
together
बंटा है.
as a unit there to make sure they're getting the
देखो.
trades. Not leaving anything up to chance, not leaving any opportunity for something to be able to come out with it. I really do like the scrap battles that they have and the combination of utility around the door as well, right? You're getting in the Armageddon, the after.
तो Twitch पे ही देखते क्या chat? इसमें 720 में?
Now as well. Forsaken doesn't have an overdrive available, so that Bucky is just going to be let in somewhere with the Nikes. A duel early in the
IPL के वजह से हो रहा है. IPL का YouTube पे देख रहे क्या लोग?
Oh, tucked into the corner, and he's looking to get overwhelmed, but DOS9 is overstepped. Up here at Arcade.
भाई 720 में मजा नहीं आ रहा.
There for Famous. Forsaken.
720 मजा नहीं आ
Now a
रहा.
weapon
बहुत blur
upgraded
दिख रहा
in
है.
ahead of that aftershock. Does get whittled away at down to 11.
Well, they could try and get the spike plant down here. You got to think about a lockdown. Maybe you have to drop the orbital to destroy that one.
Oh, but Batman dies right before it. They pull the trigger on that, so
drop the
now
orbital to destroy that one.
right before it, they pull the trigger on that, so now working at a pretty big disadvantage, given that Forsaken's eaten quite a bit of damage.
1080 पे भी lag हो रहा है.
Jing has since been passed over the weapon, looking on that angle, but Berserk's just outspraying. Not suffering any damage. The Vandal not getting through as Berserk finds another something now dead. And it's just Devi around the back with a Sheriff to try to make it a little bit costly. But he can't find the kill.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. It's okay. It was an eco at the end of the day for PRX, but a bit of an investment with the orbital strike, I will say. Trading out for the lockdown of Berserks. Again, though, boom. Clean rounds breed confidence here for the Wolfpack. So tying things up 3-3, looking to take the lead now as well against the eventual buyout that'll come back for PRX. In a round where there's no massive setup to come through on the defensive side, it's got to be those later adjustments and figuring out how to go for those retakes. Now, see the new strategies yet again for this tree control.
Obletile.
Yeah, FT ults to try to contend with. By a side, PRX still going to be in a little bit of a rough spot as that's unassisted. Forsaken goes in, dies. Famous peeks. Padman dies.
So far, so good for Boom.
Excellent. Well, that's not going to do much of anything there. Puts the fear
That's a crazy defensive world. 2 जन stun हो चुके हैं almost, लेकिन कोई push नहीं किया उनको मारने.
Easily breached.
Jing, Famous के नीचे.
Shiro, but
oh, never mind.
Slasher, Famous watching the ropes.
Lead मिल गई भाई बूम को पहली बार सीरीज में, I guess.
Famous, he's going to go for it. Oh, flash out, maybe not.
I mean, it's just another scenario where you're going together as a team.
हाँ bro, actually चश्मे की वजह से जीत रहे.
Doesn't see him, doesn't see the spike. Something just going to be sat in position, but these jiggle peaks going to be the pain of his existence here. Too many angles to try to clear out. Once again.
30 seconds left.
What do you even say?
Yeah.
You just do it time and time again. Okay, there we go.
It's like when you're playing like some kind of horror game and you see that the creatures are spawned in.
Yeah.
But they haven't like
seen you
activated
yet.
yet.
Yeah.
So, but you just kind of like see them around the corner. You're like, oh.
And then you still get jump
I
scared.
have to go in there. Like, I don't want to do this.
Well done though from Boom, I will say, right? A good little grasp on how they need to be peeking around this one. For Famous, how many times do we see the operator just having to come online for some really good successes for the team of Boom? So it's good to see that they're able to repeat that time
आपको क्या लगता है? Sentinels इस बार टोरंटो के लिए ready है? Yeah, I feel bro. Sentinels crazy खेल रही है, and particularly Zekken भाई. लेकिन अगर Zekken pop off नहीं करेगा तो I doubt.
Adjusted and taken the lead, forcing the timeout here for PRX.
Well, first one.
Bank भी goated खेलता है. पूरी टीम मतलब pop off करती है भाई जब needed, but Zekken बहुत goated खेलता है.
Again, about that activation, about that.
Zekken और Bang इतने consistently खेल रहे ना, मेरे को लग रहा है उसके वजह से Sen ने इतने crazy wins निकाले.
PRX wanting to avoid a similar situation. Look to deliver the 2-0. That
G2 कितनी deadly हो सकती है पता नहीं भाई. कल MIBR ने सारे matches close लेके गए थे. सारे A to Z match सारे 6-6, 7-5 हो रहे थे. सब close हो रहे थे.
Couple of good retakes from Boom. Let's see.
4 games हुए, चारों games एकदम close थे.
PRX, if at all anything, right? Because again, another scenario where a team is taking a timeout, not before a rifle round, but before a sort of investment round. Whether or not your game plan is to come in towards this one directly or the one after. Getting close to the lockdown for Devi as well, which can just be traded out by DOS9's orbital strike. Very disconnected play at the moment from Boom on this B site.
Getting activated.
Oh भाई 2 जन कैंटीन घुस रहे हैं.
Just sending it in towards the spawn.
Jing आगे नहीं आया भाई. Okay, nice, he got his.
Devi's right there with the follow-up.
Ah!
Jing considers it, pulls off the angle.
Crazy control liye bhai.
Not going to be lasting too long,
Damn
but now
good
the
ult
time
by
here on
Davai.
this lockdown. Placed in front of Jen, but Shiro looking to try to catch them by surprise.
No
Swinging the
way!
corner, finds the first.
No
Looking to
way!
clear it out, but something
Okay,
bails them out.
2v1.
Gets that kill. Now it's on Famous. A Vandal versus 2 Sheriffs, both players at full HP. A flash on Molly between them. A reposition. Default line now sent. The stun connecting. And something just swinging around the back, catching him by surprise. Thrifty.
Crazy push by PRX.
Pulled off
Crazy.
the back of the timeout
Jo
call.
घुसा है by 4
PRX
seconds.
ties up
Insane.
at 4-4.
Maybe that timeout was
Double
for what to do
U
in that
push.
sort of round. Just
Double
there,
U
quicken
push
towards the B side.
by
You remove a lot of that
PRX.
Killjoy utility. You remove DOS9 first, so you don't have an orbital strike to answer the lockdown. That's a disgusting shot. Not needed in this game. Great work from Shiro, I will admit, in attempts to bring something back for Boom. Wasn't able to get the lockdown done, but 2 kills, providing his teammate into a 1 versus 2, maybe manageable situation.
I think that it's rounds like that that kind of just show the development of PRX across the stage, considering how things had begun.
Yeah.
You know, I think back to the start, they were losing every round they committed ults in.
Yeah.
Regardless of weaponry.
They just looked lost and disconnected a lot of the time.
But now well utilized to be able to find themselves a thrifty win. Forsaken looking like he's suspicious about this potential position here, but now is at risk of getting caught and will. It'll be the orbital that takes him down. Nice little trap play set up from the side of Boom as Gun Barrel gets spotted out. Jing still able to find one before getting picked apart.
Yeah, you still are at a deficit though as PRX here. Into the site.
Playing committed to Divide with the operator, not something that we get to see nearly as much these days. Maybe once Sunset comes back into the mix. For now, we'll have that in hand.
Oh, Batman का एक और में ult है.
Very suspicious about this smoke.
Oh,
Something just trying to stay
nice
tucked in. So
Davai.
far has not been flushed out.
Ooh.
The jump forward looks to try
Okay,
to steady it.
DOS9 is
Can't
1
make it
HP.
happen, but has done a significant amount of damage. DOS9 at 30 HP.
Shot,
Famous over on
yaar.
the peak, instantaneous.
1v2.
Finding Divide, leaving Patman
This
now.
is so
trying to
winnable.
clutch it out,
Ult,
finds
खींच
the
दे,
first,
खींच
backpedal.
दे!
The fault line even has a rolling thunder. And he's not going to be shy about it, it would seem. Taps the door. Fault line sent. Famous not sticking to it. As it's going to be another Red Bull clutch. Patman, instant, finds that. And gets PRX back into a lead.
From that 3 versus 4 when the spike plant goes down as well, Divide with
अगर
the operator
imagine
managing to
वो
at least establish one.
fake करके बाजू में खड़ा रहता scoping करके
Jing is spotted out there as well, but it's
तो
just the
कुकड़ हो
trade
जाता
game,
भाई
right?
Batman.
Making sure that the trades
उसको
are on top of
ult
them.
use ही नहीं करना
Nice
था.
idea for the one-way smoke, makes things a little bit awkward, but some good repositioning from Patman, not wanting to give a duel. I think that's really important for a player like him coming into this roster, wanting to prove himself, wanting to be part of the team. So far, so good.
I finished
what I'm
duelist
seeing.
खेलने वाला है, damn.
Showstopper, Rolling Thunder, no ults to speak of here for the moment for Boom. 3 more rounds to be played in the half. Need to cycle these up. Will take, does get NC Slasher. 3 charges away. Fast lane, just cutting every single player from the Boom side away from the site.
Guardian and the
उसका
judge here,
stun खत्म हुआ था
DOS9
शायद.
and Berserks.
Hello Myoken bye, what's
Berserk's
up?
still on the other side of the map.
Oh, scan, finding Forsaken, but Divide finding NC Slasher at drop. Second player working forward, Famous, trying to put that Sheriff to good use, but can't quite find the hit, can't quite find the head. Jing all the meanwhile ready to just send that Showstopper should it be needed, but right now it is looking like they won't have to. Push forward, the crunch coming in, Forsaken.
We share.
There.
Don't think he expected him to have a judge.
Yeah, I think he missed.
अगर और बैटमैन और समथिंग का अल्ट भी है, जिंग का भी अल्ट है, तो 7-4.
Alright, I'm gonna jump.
मेरे को तो मेरे हिसाब से तो 8
Please don't do that. I need a
8-4 potential half लग रहा है, क्योंकि ये राउंड तो इजीली निकाल लेंगे PRX अल्ट्स
I
पे.
don't think he read that one
Hopefully.
quite so well, but it ultimately won't matter too much.
No, not a full investment to come in from them in this round for Boom, so they'll have that coming into the next one, which is now playing catch-up, right? 6-4. The half is at least established for PRX in tie or in lead. An operator out for both sides as well. Device still retaining that one. Immediate utility going to be forcing them back out of main unless they want to wait to contest it, which is what Forsaken's going to be doing here.
क्या थे?
Immediate rotations too for Boom.
Ooh. अकेला जिंगे यहाँ पे. Oh my god, the ult goes west.
Characteristic whips doesn't even find much damage. Shiro.
अभी शीरो का ult आ गया अभी.
Losing a tiny smattering of armor. Sight still does get taken. Plant coming in.
Ooh, 4 seconds position is crazy.
But Armageddon, I don't think that Batman's going to be able to get away from this one.
Oh, he's
barely slides out.
How did he survive?
What a narrow window. And now he's got the Rolling Thunder at the ready. Orbital strike will start.
Bro, Batman कैसा
Forcing back
बचा?
NC Slasher from drop. Something swinging up towards Sand. Ends up getting taken down as Divine.
Good ult.
Finding one with the op, eating a flash.
3v3.
Rolling Thunder holds the rest of the team back. 2v3.
Wait, 3v2. Okay, 2v2 now.
Forsaken.
Woo!
Batman headshot. And they're just picking their targets and
Batman
nailing
player
them.
even time.
Batman, what a game so far.
Oh yeah. No, 100% is just getting
Ult
involved
नहीं
in
करा
all
उसने.
these
अरे नहीं,
duels,
side पे
making
तुम
sure
देखो
the
वो
flashes are
तेजू
on
ult
point
से
for the
कैसे
team
dodge किया
and
उसने.
the aftershocks to buy time
वो लोग
as
को
well.
दिखाना चाहिए
You look at the
इसमें.
Armageddon placement in that one.
Replay में. भाई ये बफर क्यों हो रहा है? I have no idea. देखो चैट में भी लिख रहे रहेंगे बफर. ये देखो. सबका लैग हो रहा है बंटा है. सिर्फ मेरा लैग नहीं हो रहा है.
From Shiro, had he reversed it and had it from the site on out towards main, maybe you're looking at a little ults. Same utility to be poised at the front of A, which they'll actually invest quite a significant amount of numbers
Watch on
towards.
Twitch. Twitch is 720p, bro.
Bound to be a pretty chaotic one based on what we're seeing at the moment, but
Twitch पे 720p चल रहा है.
Showstopper, imagine.
they're taking their time with this one. Waiting for contact, waiting for info. Drone on the
आज
corner.
भाई बहुत YouTube का इशू चल रहा है ये लाइव स्ट्रीम पे
I'm
मालूम.
noting the Divide is one away from a lockdown, by the way.
पिछले कितने तो हफ्तों से.
They can pivot towards.
देखो अभी भी
tree if
अटक
they
रहा है
want.
थोड़ा थोड़ा.
Turret hasn't spotted anything, but still staying around A.
Showstopper opened up, blast forward. Two players over here at
Wow,
Sands.
he
It's
still
gonna be
got
NC
one.
Slasher taken down. Is it DOS9 actually avoiding damage? Looked like it was going to at least be a bit of splash there.
दवाई का एक और में अल्ट है उसको निकल लेना चाहिए उधर से.
Lockdown now.
Oh, defensive ult already.
Sent over on B. Keeping PRX locked away for the time being. I mean, a couple seconds remaining. They can tuck in
फिर भी
over
घुस गए
towards
वे.
tower, avoid the detain. And
Oh,
then
अच्छा
look
वो
to try
वहाँ
to
पे
get the
छुप
spike in
गए.
play.
3 members now here for Boom as well. Don't want to flood in before the plant goes down.
30 seconds.
दवाई को अगर पिक मिलता है ऑफ से.
Retap
Oh
it.
shit.
There's a spray through.
Good trade.
Six able to
Nice.
find Forsaken. Massacres too. Divine out. Sight
Play
back
crazy,
over.
crazy.
Lockdown is
Good
brought
up.
forward.
Good up. 8
And
for
Berserks
half.
has his work cut out for him.
Oh, something
4 सेकंड है. दो मारे भाई crazy
Takes the
भाई.
first step.
He knows where they've gone.
Alarm bot, yeah, gets the trigger there. Something escaping forward into tower. Low on HP, as you say. No utility between them. With just a turret. It's just going to be the blind push into tower. Berserks is able to find it. Might just be able to bring this back into their favor. The
Well
tap.
played. Well
the scale
played.
forward.
My god,
Forsaken
4 second.
now.
Well freaking played.
The
Important
perfect place at
3k.
the perfect time, a 3K.
W.
As it's going to be 8-4. PRX out in front
Double
once again here
use
at the
in the
half.
chat.
A big stringing of rounds at the end of that one for PRX too. You think it's a pretty early contest that we're seeing between these two teams with a lot of backwards and forwards. And I mean, the round count kind of doesn't give you the full story on this one, does it? Because there's been a pretty lot of close rounds, close scenarios where a single engagement going the other way could have spelled a different result for the rounds. On this map though, Forsaken and
Choda
Jin
beam
not
clutch,
getting
bro.
too
Let's freaking
involved
go.
a lot in a lot of these fights to win
Beam,
them,
beam,
so it's good to see
Choda
that
beam,
Forsaken, at least
Choda
at the end of that
beam.
one, is getting the right timing for the kill there, playing a lot more of the distractor and space creator on this map. As
Dono
opposed
duel
to
is
the
bottom
real
frag,
kill
average Mumbai server.
collection.
Hey!
Monya bhai, what's up?
Who's showing up today. We got even more. Trail on yet, chilling out.
अरे तू भी
cheering
बता
on.
भाई, flip भाई.
Boom, it would seem here perhaps, or maybe even just a former PRX team
Waiting to
from
see who we
Monya.
might have to challenge later as well.
It's market research, you know?
अरे दिखा दिया उसने.
Just,
आप
on the
बताओ
ground,
दीदी, आप
just
बताओ.
Seeing what's going on, trying to figure everything out. Which one's more impactful? Well, we haven't seen some things yet
No,
today, so
not today.
I think by default you have to give it the Jing there.
I mean, yesterday there was a really good to the moon rise up between the maps and the changes, but yeah, Jing Rays today, map number 1. gorgeous. Map number 2, room for improvement. But together as a team, PaperX are certainly looking to get the job done. 8-4 at the half, with PaperX now going on to this defensive side, though for Boom, casting more eyes towards them to see what they're going to be able to do here. Of course, 5-0 in group stage, coming in with the first seed, skipping
आज अमेरिका कौन जीत रहा है?
bracket.
अमेरिका जो आज जीतेगा ना भाई, वो मास्टर्स के फाइनल में जाएगा, मेरे को तो लगता है.
Very hurtful.
Just one on the north side. Nice set there for now. As Famous jumping forward here. All's in control of Boom completely and utterly, but that's going to go ahead and call for a 3-player push out from that B side, but Berserks just had it alive, but couldn't quite find that final shot. Still does an immense amount of damage, finds the kill on the Jing, opens things up here for the team. DOS9, however, going to be overwhelmed here at the attacker's spawn. He's taken down at the spike now planted.
Something does have 3 Sky Smokes as well. Put them to his heart's content.
3-man push from door. One guy gets down. Ooh, let's go. 1v2. Ah, what? Bro, what was that?
Comes out on top. The tap of the
1v1.
spike. The Sheriff from the buy, and he hits him right between the eyes.
10-4 incoming.
Not
every single
very
pistol.
Important
exactly
kill,
what I was
bhai.
gonna say. Not
Very
a single
important
pistol
round
to come through for Boom in this
Insane.
one, and that just, how difficult does it make it here?
भाई वो neon fight crazy था भाई. Neon fight crazy था. साला वो fight ही नहीं दिखा है.
Dot crosshair
छोटा भीम
accuracy
बोला
on
वापस
that one. Do like to see it. He's had his moments in this map. Nothing too super stellar, but a couple of big frags with that operator earlier, with the Sheriff just there as well.
Like the stream, gang!
Force up though with the plant going down for Boom.
In a huge way. Glass Cannon Bulldog.
Yeah.
Jing around the corner. Putting some damage through there. Patman swinging in, trying to reinforce this position. DOS9, however, is able to collect 2. Opens things up a bit. Well, Berserks, Glass Cannon, coming up with value.
मैं मार दूंगा भाई. मैं मार दूंगा अभी, देखूंगा नहीं मैं. चलेगा, ब्लर में देख लूंगा भाई.
Getting cheeky.
Tries to slide up into the smoke. Forsaken still slow walking in the halls with that outlaw.
DOS9 holding for it though.
क्यों कर रहा है ये? YouTube, ओए! क्यों देख रहे हैं हम लोग YouTube पे? और Twitch पे 720p क्यों दिखा रहा है? तो हम लोग देखे कहाँ पे?
Forsaken finding the first shot. Can he pick up the weapon? He's going to look to do so. Ends up dying though. Berserks from drop.
1v2.
Finding it.
Something
now. Has to try to pull this one off. Shiro, Salvo's at the ready. There's the tap. Forcing it back away, guaranteeing that there's just not going to be enough time. Berserks will end up falling. There's something. Collecting the 2 kills. We'll get a couple extra charges up towards his ultimate as well as retain the weapon. Collecting the 2 kills.
पीछे करके
couple
देखते.
extra charges
तो
up
lag नहीं
towards
होएगा.
his ultimate as well as retain the weapon. And that is Boom with a much needed Thrifty answer back. It's, you know, a force up here. Forced by victory of their own.
Yeah, one of the more needed rounds for them to stave off any further lead for PaperX here, just getting down and dirty in those duels, right? A lot of trades to come on out. Berserks just scoping and bursting, thinking an opportune situation.
अबे Twitch पे 720 दिख रहा है एकदम blur.
To remove Forsaken on that
Twitch पे quality नहीं आ रही 1440 की.
The back lanes waiting for the spike tap. Yeah, the right members
1080 पे भी lag दे रहा है, 720 पे भी lag दे रहा है.
in that round. Big tree approach.
Well, whiff on the first, hit on the second. Not much damage going to be taken. Devi dead. One of the side anchors now gone here.
You can see Boom fall to play with the numbers together as well here. There's a bit of weaponry on the side of PaperX still. Forsaken with that now Outlaw. Something with the Phantom from the last round. You are really spread across the map as PaperX, so taking the initiative to clear some parts of the map. They can further extend and clear all of north side and have to turn back towards A as the stealth drone goes out. Sky Smoke to buy a little bit of time, and you're now fully clearing north side. So it should be the idea for PaperX that it is A, and they will now know with all this util.
Fast lane set, Patman dropping down, getting tucked in towards default. slide forward. He's going to get caught up into the crossfire as Famous does get taken down. Joining in alongside something, finding the kill, but the push out of the smoke and Berserk. Good for one. Jing,
क्या
Sheriff
trades है
shot
भाई?
to the
Crazy
space.
trades. 1v2.
Finds another before getting traded out by Shiro. Suddenly, it's Forsaken.
But it's a hard spot to take a retake from.
Is it fast lane for a reposition to try to grab a gun, perhaps? Just a Sheriff at drop. Goes down, finds the first, but oh no, it's full armor striking at the worst possible moment for him.
If it
जब से चश्मा उतारा 2 राउंड हारे बे.
was expecting that the kill would polish off his opponent there.
Well, the
Hell,
protagonist
naha
gets shot in the
gameplay.
chest, but he had a Bible in his pocket. It caught the bullet and it kept him safe. Oh boy, well, still close, you could tell. PRX looking to persevere even when they themselves not in the best position weapon-wise.
The way that this is going, though, we're going to have a pretty stacked ultimate round soon. North side approach for Boom now, full clearing arcade. Killjoy set up towards B as well. Meanwhile, a bit of a slow peek in towards A main for PRX. The further they go, the more info that they get. Together as a team as well, recognize that, well, no
Something
one's going to be here.
top rank
So
hai,
similarly,
bruh.
like last round, they got all of the north side control. Now you flip it for the south side. And also mean on the other way that Boom can just get into the A site almost scot-free, see that no one's home. Have some time to set up for a post plan.
Something gameplay proves, bro. आज अंधेरा है तो कल सवेरा होगा.
Everything wide open.
वाह वाह.
Door left unlocked, and Boom looking to just make themselves
Pura
right
cow
at
flank.
home. Jingo, nice shot, finds the kill there.
Alt
on
cool
Famous,
these.
and NC slashes.
भाई साहब
Coming away
slasher
with
ने
two.
इतने मारे.
As well as finding an immense
But ठीक है,
amount of
2
damage
for
on the
2,
chip before
3v3.
getting taken down by the Showstopper. Something trying to steady those shots, but DOS9 a little bit faster with it.
Hell nah, bro.
Finds the headshot, keeps him with the advantage. And Devi is still at B with a judge.
Yeah, and they already noted where Jing was as well with the showstopper, right? So this round is pretty much just done and dusted.
He's going to try to juggle the weapon over here to his teammate. Get the upgrade. Will be able to do so. And that's going to be them going for a save. Boom. Looking to claw this back 3 rounds consecutively. Gonna be just 2 away from tying it up.
Essentially, the delayed bonus rounds coming into this one as well, right?
Yeah,
so,
we're finally getting there.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's talking about this track by track for PRX, but what about Boom? I mean, they're slowly starting to figure out what they need to do on this attacking side. The next gun round is going to be a really important one for them to get through. And then if you also consider that the ultimates are going to start to really come online soon as well, if they're able to navigate their way through that one pretty cleanly, or even scrappily was still winning the round, I mean, they're setting themselves up to try and tie things up.
That's going to be
Any Indian is there in VCT? There is no Indian in VCT as of now, bro.
On the try to get them up to that double
9-7 is the scoreline. Will Boom Esports make the comeback of the history and put PRX to home? Yes or no?
Let's get the pistol. See if that can happen again.
और भैया हेलो तनवीर मेऊ लिखता है रोहन तू VCT खेल रहा है पद्दू
Just gonna get closer and closer to try and take.
सीक्रेटली मैं एक VCT टीम का कोच हूँ लेकिन वो तुमको मैं बताऊंगा नहीं.
Corner of the map. Like, there's 4 of them, and they've just gone to one where Boom have just gone in towards the site and tried to set things up for the end. So if they're getting a bit of a contest early on, maybe they would feel a little bit more comfortable in trying to get through the battles. As the timeout now
एनआरजी
fades
का है
away.
गाइस ये
See what things are going to look like for PRX with just the 2 guns retained from the previous round. Some upgrades for the rest of the squad with the pistols.
Well, they got themselves a thrifty in the last time out.
DFM का coach. Shut up, bro.
Don't have the ultimates to back it up quite as much this time around.
Yep.
One away from an overdrive here is Forsaken as well. Something with the orbital strike.
Vasai Champions
Just
Tournament.
making contact on the turret to skedaddle on out of here.
Yep.
Bolt line will do the same.
और मार चल दिया.
Steadily escapes. In the meantime, a sight once again going to be the target. The push forward getting ready to come through. Something trying to watch the angle here with that sheriff.
Wait,
Push
Altiva, nice one.
with the Phantom, was able to catch him by surprise.
Nice.
Dancing around the wall is Forsaken.
I go.
To the opposite side finds NC.
क्या बात है?
PRX are doing it
क्या
again.
बात है?
He's got the outlaw, but now they have it confirmed. Spike picked up.
Spike planted.
Berserk has to go absolutely crazy, and it'll just be whizzing right past
भाई वो
Patman's here.
एक ब्रिमस्टोन नहीं दिया वो समथिंग ने एक मस्त भाई की शेरिफ से शॉट दिया क्रेजी शॉट 10-7 बेबी
and now get up to double digits.
I'm sure a lot of teams would like to know what gets discussed in these sort of scenarios from PaperX to come out with just the magic.
What's the magic?
In the thriftiest grounds that they come out with after these timeouts. I mean, the 5 versus 3 that they set themselves up for. DOS9 tries to really drag them down.
Ooh,
But by then,
Batman
you feel like the damage was
diya
already done. Dual
Batman
faction
diya
trying to come in
hai
from Jing and Forsaken. You know, we've kind of switched up our players who were having a stellar map 1 and a abysmal map 1, haven't we, as well? When you look at Berserks, right? He was absent in map 1, now he's having a bit of a banger.
चैट मेरा एम
But
जिस
as
दिन
you say,
ऐसा हो जाए
PaperX
ना
are the team here to find
किसी
double
दिन
digits
जरूर होगा
first.
मेरा एम ऐसा किसी दिन
curious to
जरूर होगा
see,
लेकिन उस
you
दिन
know,
के
no
लिए
timeout call here
तुम
from
लोग
Boom.
चैट में जरूर रहना
Twice now, giving up these thrifties. No assessment. Try to at least steady the nerves of the players. Maybe as far as comms are concerned, they seem right as rain, but they're now just
Alright, bhai, playing PUBG. He's gonna play a tournament, bhai. Support him. Let's freaking go, my goat.
Yeah. Massive pressuresome environment for them in their first endeavors in towards
तब तक मैं
VCT
फॉसिल
PACIFIC.
बन जाऊंगा साले
Stage 1. Creep up in towards A main. Util to flush Patman away. To push Forsaken back, who has brought
Patman
an
ka.
operator to the party here. Just a slower paced round from everybody. Got the lurk from Berserks as well, Northside Arcade. Just being very patient, not overstepping.
Hard to blame them slowing down after the previous bit of damage there.
What a shot by hard scoper, camper, Nubria, Silver, 30 player.
What do? You need to have your lurk start to activate, but it's being
Wow.
noted.
Spotted Jing just on top of Jen.
3-man push.
Pops his
दवाई
head, and
पप्पी
now
देते
it's a
हुए
go button.
पप्पी गेम प्ले बाय
Losing the
दवाई
spot, Davai
Ah.
able to find one. Shiro fighting back. Might just give them the opportunity here to try to get the plant down. The Armageddon going to be called in, but the orbital strike is there in response from something that's
Oh,
a hair
shit.
off the mark.
बैडल
Shiro
Nice
barely
shot.
able to stay
लेकिन
alive.
यार ये Shiro
Roller
मार
Center
देगा.
committed. The
Oh,
frightening
nice.
spray eventually rewarded.
Oh, he has his ult, he has a molly. I hope इस पे
He
लाइनअप
has
नहीं है.
been a god incarnate in the past
But ये
series that he
full
has
हो जाएगा.
played. Can he deliver here
Full
now
stick हो
today?
जाएगा.
The Molly, it's just going to be far too late. It arrives exactly where it needed to.
पहले
but
ult
not
करना
when it
होता है
was
बंटा
needed.
है.
PaperX, they continue onward now 11-7.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that I was actually wondering, but not wanting to out something for in the first half, actually. It was playing the Brimstone on this map. You see internationally, and, you know, namesake Brimstone players having a lot of these quote-unquote nerd lineups to be able to drop on towards the spike for the post-plant meta. DOS9 is just showcasing us that he's got the lineup, but the timing a little bit wrong. Generally, you would also see them coupled where you're dropping that.
लोगों को मालूम ब्रिमस्टोन का एक स्ट्रैट है तुम ब्रिमस्टोन का जहाँ पे अल्ट मतलब अगर समझो तो ब्रिमस्टोन का अल्ट मारा तुमने स्पाइक पे तो जहां से ब्रिमस्टोन का अल्ट आ रहा है हवे में से वहां पे अगर एम करके तुम मॉली फेंकते हो ना तो वो लाइनअप बराबर स्पाइक पे गिरता है ये पता है ये मेरे को पता चला था अभी कभी पता नहीं बट that's actually a solid thing bro
Gonna have to, you know, tiny fawn.
Here's his
वो हाँ
though.
स्मोक के साथ होता है स्मोक के साथ होता है अल्ट के साथ नहीं होता स्मोक के साथ होता है
Track by track.
Yeah.
I think that if you wanted to, if you have
सबको
somebody who's
पता है
very
बे
good at editing.
साला अगर सबको पता है तो किसको नहीं पता शायद उसी को नहीं पता जो मेरे साला टीम में खेलने ब्रिमस्टोन आता है क्योंकि मैंने तो कोई ब्रिमस्टोन को ऐसा खेलते नहीं देखा सब तो टट्टी खाते हैं 5 सेकंड पहले देख रहा हूं फिर भी लाइक करना है
Jing, classic little setup here, but no one home to
This is
get
ambitious.
destroyed by it. Forsaken is about to.
Oh,
about
what
to
a
be
feat.
rewarded. How does he get away with that? Even into a half buy. And Jing now finds famous.
That's just blasphemy there. DOS9 didn't deserve it.
Will you see Miami F1 Grand Prix today? No bro, मैं तो grind करूंगा पैक्स के लिए FIFA में. Chat, how am I supposed to watch? Chat, 720 पे देख ले क्या?
Boom.
देखो 720 दिखा रहा है इधर.
Now not so much though.
Slow on the approach, just trying to keep it quiet. About to be a 3v3 towards this side of the map. But clear out, Berserks pushing forward, trying to take some forward space, but a glimpse is going to be found, and there's the stun.
मेरा fault नहीं है chat, वो YouTube का issue है.
So damn snappy with it, finds the headshot. NC Slasher tucked away, it's just two stingers in their hands, forced into the open by the Molly, and he can only deliver one. What a round response here from PRX.
What a round, what a round. Horrendously good, diabolical, magnificent, amazing, beautiful.
Now to match point, and that is a gut punch to this Indonesian squad.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, after the timeout, it was flawless for PRX, and now it's still flawless after the timeout here as well.
HR के भाई देखिए वो तो 40 रुपीस जिस दिन तो Immortal 1 भी चला गया उस दिन 50 member gift done.
Otherwise, they
50 member gift incoming
in
this month, guys.
Stage.
W's.
Still securing a lot of championship points in their journey to continue to stay in Pacific when you think about what the Ascension teams have placed on them too. But they don't want to bow out here.
Just 2 series away after a first seed. A brutal position now for Boom to be in. Jing this time not able to get a glimpse. Famous does manage to slide across.
Keshav, thank you for the 10 rupees on Google Pay.
Detected.
But what can he do more importantly?
VP जा रहे बे.
Devi is being very careful.
कैसा है लाला आज थोड़ा लेट हो गया कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है. I'm doing good. तुम बताओ. Oh.
Gun barrel spotted.
VP जाने का प्लान है.
Who it is?
DOS9 का ult है, famous का ult है.
Still a bit of info gained, and Devi now spotting out.
वो दवाई का ult है retake के लिए भाई. But he's gonna get cooked.
Trying to run him down the shorty.
Yeah.
On out, but a tiny bit of damage going to be found. That paint
Oh,
shell,
good
however, might
need.
find more as Jing. Position given up. Shifts forward towards Arcade, but eventually will be found. Berserks comes away with it. Something trying to go off the timing, but Famous just a little bit faster. Forsaken now sliding forward. I mean, it's just getting shot by the turret behind. But do they realize that he's in this spot? It seems like the answer is no.
2v4.
Elbow taken
सब
off.
मर गए बे,
Famous,
मैंने देख
5
नहीं पाया
HP.
इसको.
The
I
off
mean
would
देख
be
नहीं पाया
overkill,
रहा.
and it will not find the chance. As Patman now a 1v4 clutch to try to bring this to a conclusion. A couple shots in, but ultimately will decide to back away.
Got to also consider that Boom need to be managing their economy throughout this journey to get back towards this map too. So they don't necessarily have to hunt, but it looks like they want to. I mean, you're not getting closer to any ultis here too much. If they lose anything.
Oh,
Patman has just jiggled out that one. How he's managed to do that.
भगवान का बंदा.
After all the great shots from Boom in that round, that's
PRX timeout लेने वाला ये. PRX have to get a timeout.
To escape there.
I would like to talk to them.
It's 1 round to answer back with at least for Boom.
Or maybe I can't.
Very patient in the beginning, trying to find the right timing to get up the tower.
timeout नहीं लिए.
I like it from them. Some, you know, not
अच्छा टाइमआउट्स खत्म है.
generally something
Boom
that you're
Esports का एक बचा है
trying to
सिर्फ.
practice and reiterate time and time again, those sort of things. It's just trying to figure out individually what you can communicate to the team. More control again for Jing, trying to spot what he can on top of the
How did he spot him?
Tried it previously. He had Berserks hiding in the
Horrendous
smoke,
भाई
but this time
साहब.
somebody takes the bait. Showstopper lockdown available to try to close this out, and with DOS9 dead, that orbital, that counteraction to this Killjoy ultimate is now gone.
I mean, you just got to consider how to Boom get back in towards a site as well. You're going to have to rely on Famous with a good fast lane, with some good timing of NC Slash's fault line to off-put another angle.
Something.
Oh wow.
Oh, what a catch! Doesn't squander it. Overdrive
अरे
here from
famous
Famous.
बर्दीस
Doesn't
भाई.
manage to find one, but Jing
Nice. GG.
takes down Shiro. The Showstopper at the ready.
आई
Famous
गो.
a tower.
शी रे
Sends it to the
मेरे को लगा
side.
मारेगा बराबर
Gonna be
मेन
bound
पे.
there, but lockdown just to create some more
Oh!
shallow angles. Jing trying to counter
my
swing
God,
out, eventually
GG.
finds it. It's all down to NC Slasher, and he cannot make it
Bye bye
happen.
Boom Esports.
Patman is there, finds the finisher, and the track will continue one by one. PRX.
दोनों Ascension teams बाहर होती है यहाँ पे chat.
And his
जिस हिसाब से बूम ने परफॉर्मेंस दिखाया था ना, मेरे को लगा था बूम मचाएगी भाई, बट पेपर एक्स बहुत ही ज्यादा फॉर्म में आ गई. I feel sad about them. They have a crazy potential, भाई. Boom has crazy potential in them. दोनों Ascension teams गायब हो चुकी है. GGWP antis. Anti in the chat. Yeah, PRX needs only one game to qualify to Toronto. Will they qualify? जाने के लिए देखते रहिए. One more game. That's all they need. भाई सैड हो गया, देखो ना कितना यार. फेमस परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाया बे आज. अच्छा अभी अगला गेम होगा पेपर एक्स वर्सेस DRX, है ना?
Given the form that they're in right now, given the impact that we are seeing from these players, they absolutely could get it done.
या पेपर एक्स वर्सेस DRX होगा. फिर उसके बाद में इन दोनों में कौन जीतेगा चैट? क्या लगता है तुम लोगों को? जेनजी जीतेगा. तो इसमें अगर पेपर एक्स जीतती है, जो कि एक टफ गेम है, तो फिर पेपर एक्स वर्सेस RRQ अपने को गेम देखने मिल सकता है.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Good enough. All right. Jing. Yeah, I just wanted to get that from you next time. Oh, you look disappointed. All right. Jing, hello. Thank you. All right, please join me here. PRX의 찡 선수 인터뷰 만나보겠습니다. 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 어제 이어 2연속 복수전에 성공한 페이퍼렉스입니다. 지금 오늘 경기 승리로 4연승 중인데 붐을 상대로 복수전 성공한 소감부터 한번 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Another revenge successfully done by PaperX. It's now 4 wins in a row for you guys. How was that? How was taking that revenge against Boom today?
I mean, definitely feels great because it's always good to win the opponent that you lost to because you know that you improved.
Good. 뭐 이기는 거야.
800 like के लिए 2 like चाहिए. Like the stream if you're new boys.
좋다고 만족스럽다고 이야기를 했습니다. 뭐 찡 선수야 워낙 레이즈로 유명하고 아까 만나봤던 썸씽 선수도 제트로 유명한데 이제 제가 궁금했던 게 하나 있었는데 만약에 그 두 타격대를 제외하고 페이퍼렉스가 다른 맵에서는 좀 그 결정하는 과정에 대해서 한번 찡 선수한테 직접 들어보고 싶어요. You know, you are the Rays of obviously something is the Jet, but with the two duelists aside, how do you guys as a team work on which duelist when it comes to other comps? I wanted to ask you, because you know, you're the best Rays.
I mean, we try many different comps in practice and we just see which one works out the best. So, yeah, I mean, I think now me and something we can play like slightly more agents. So that's better for us because it just gives the team more flexibility. And of course, Forsaken can play everything. So, yeah, I mean, we just try every single comp and we just see which one suits us best and we just use it.
연습에서 어느 요원이 이제 잘 좋을까 조합을 많이 연습을 하면서 테스트를 많이 한다고 했고요.
야, 그래요, 아가서?
찡 선수도 그렇고 썸씽 선수도 있고 잘하는 타격대가 있지만 또 포세이큰 선수가 워낙 요원풀이 넓기 때문에 선택지가 좀 더 이렇게 유연성이 있어졌다고 이야기를 해줬습니다. 그리고 팬맨 선수가 합류하고 나서 적응도 완벽하게 마쳤고 특히 찡 선수와 좀 많이 개인 방송에서도 돈독한 모습을 보이고 있는데 팬맨 선수가 합류하고 나서 좀 어떤 분위기 변화가 있었는지 한번 물어보고 싶어요. You know, ever since Patman joined, I haven't had a chance to ask you. We see a lot of you two together on stream as well. Can you tell us like the positive energy? Can you tell us about him?
I mean, I think Batman is a really like motivated person and he has really good comms and really good like team player. I think yeah, overall he's a really good player and yeah.
Just good guy.
Yeah, good guy.
Good
very
guy.
good guy.
팬맨 선수가 되게 동기부여도 많이 해주고 스스로도 되게 열심히 하려고 하고 소통적인 면에서도 항상 팀에게 좋은 변화를 가져다 주는 선수도 아주 좋은 선수 일원이라고 이야기를 해줬습니다. 다음 상대 토론토행 티켓을 앞을 맡고 있는 건 DRX입니다. 이제 세 번째 복수전이 되기도 하는데요. 다음 경기 어떻게 예상하는지 한번 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Only one in your way to Toronto is now DRX. Also, it's like a third revenge for you guys. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I feel like now, like all of us are on fire and like we are really feeling it. So even if we win or lose, just hopefully us and PRX will have a really good game. So yeah, I hope everyone will enjoy the match.
네, 이제 팀원들도 그렇고 PRX가 다시
अबे चमन जिंगा जीतेंगे बोल ना भाई.
그냥 뭐 부담 갖지 말고 그냥
जीतेंगे
재밌게 한번
बोल.
경기 해보겠다고
पद्दू?
이야기를 했습니다. 페이퍼렉스의 찡 선수 인터뷰 만나봤습니다. Thank you, 찡. Congratulations again. Best of luck to you for your next match.
आज रात होगी VCT अमेरिकास की ग्रैंड फाइनल्स, चैंडिनल्स वर्सेस G2. और अभी मेरे को बहुत ज्यादा ऐसा फील हो रहा है चैट, तो मेरे को ऐसा करने की जरूरत है. तो इसलिए ये शॉर्ट एंड सिंपल वॉच पार्टी रखते हैं हम. आई एम सॉरी, मैं फर्स्ट वाली मैच कर नहीं पाया क्योंकि मैं उठा लेट. मतलब फर्स्ट मैच तभी चालू हो गया था, लेकिन फिर उठने के बाद मेरे को एक काम भी आ गया, तो इसलिए मैं सोचा डायरेक्ट सेकंड मैच को मैं चालू करूंगा स्ट्रीम. दैट्स व्हाट हैपेंड. एनीवेज देन, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग. रात को देखेंगे साथ में मैच सेंटिनल्स वर्सेस G2 का बेस्ट ऑफ 5 ओपीओपी मेजरिस्टिक फीफा स्ट्रीम्स. कल से वापस वैलोरेंट फीफा अपन कंटिन्यू लाइव स्ट्रीम घोंबरे करेंगे. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वाचिंग. होप यू गाइस एंजॉयड. इफ यू मिस्ड लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब. आई कैच यू गाइस इन नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम. बाय, टेक केयर एंड सायोनारा. गिव गॉड इट. शाम ऑफ इंडियन ग्रामल टाइम्स. बाय.